They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Pulled up with the cups and the cake. Count a few bucks when the money inflates. I ain't in a rush till we did it my way. But there's money right here, so you better not trip. Oh, yeah. Shawty don't trip, yeah. Shawty don't trip, check. Shawty don't, ayy, yeah. Shawty don't trip, shawty don't trip, yeah. Shawty don't trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stage 2 starts right now. Welcome, folks, to the Call of Duty League Toronto Ultra Home Series. About time, that time off chance, I must admit, mate. For me, it felt like a lifetime, but we are finally back on the air. Very excited to get into things. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the headquarters, brought to you by USAA. My name is Miles Ross, wearing that Toronto Ultra Purple. My colleague, Chance, who are you wearing today, brother?
Just the normal basic gray. I'm unbiased as a commentator. It's one of my favorite qualities about myself. You, of course, you know, just repping whatever team you want. I see how it is, man.
I'm a capricious turncoat. I can easily be purchased. Here we go, though. Let's have a quick look at our groups. You saw the selection show, but let's give you a quick refresher of what to expect here in this stage. Of course, Group A, whew, they are stacked. Group B, I mean, Chance, if you got a fave, they're both pretty mean.
I go back and forth on this. I really do. Group B, in my mind, that is a bloodbath where, honestly, for like Empire and OpTic, they might just feast on the competition. But then looking at Group A, that is just the perfect thing for all these teams to be able to go up against FaZe. That is the best team in the game right now. That is your previous Stage 1 tournament winner. You get to test your mettle. You get to see where you stand and see what kind of improvements you made, or if you've fallen off after Stage 1, but it is the clear-cut indication. Every single team knows where they are right now. Now we see the adjustments that they get to make, or instead of adjustments, if any teams, well, start to fall off.
Well, you're talking about changes there. We saw them in the group, so we're making big changes in the league as well. Today is the day we will finally say goodbye to a few maps and bring in a couple of new ones. Chance, very excited to get this one done. It's been a talk of the topic of the many players in the league for a long time now, but we say goodbye to Crossroads Hardpoint and we say goodbye to Garrison Search and Destroy. Now, here are the stats of those teams who, were top performers in this one, mate. And apart from FaZe just being great at everything, is there anyone else that you think might suffer from these maps leaving?
It will be kind of interesting, right? Because there's a couple teams, even like your New York on Garrison S&D, they look scary good, but that just means all these teams have to make adjustments. It's Call of Duty. We do this on the fly all the time. So I think pretty much all teams involved, while these maps will be sorely missed, I think everyone is looking towards the flavor we get now with Apocalypse and Express.
Indeed, we welcome Apocalypse Hardpoint, DLC map making its way into our rotation, and of course a fan favorite from Black Ops 2 Express S&D, with some slight changes here or there. She's had a nice few lick of paints. She's looking good for an old gal, but here we go, Chance. What have we got to look forward to when it comes to Apocalypse Hardpoint coming in now and replacing Crossroads?
Well, I'll say, man, for Apocalypse, I'm excited because there is like maybe some argument for somewhat of a one-to-one. It should be a very fast-paced map. There are some super tight lanes on it. Expect the SMGs to have a field day, but it's just a vibey map, man. It looks like fun. Every single team I've seen scrim it, they've had positive things to say, so I'm incredibly excited just to see how it plays out. And again, just that kind of jungle feel we get, just a different look, and hopefully we get to see some of these maps today.
Yep, hope so. And again, Express is going to be making its way into Search and Destroy, a Black Ops 2 fan favorite. Very interesting to see how this one plays now in Cold War. Again, a couple of changes here or there. Some lines of sight have been slightly adjusted. There's a couple of new things there in the terminal, but yeah, between Laos and between what I think is Los Angeles, we've got a couple of new ones to spruce things up and make things a little bit more interesting here in the Call of Duty world. Well, that's going to be that. You will probably see those new maps later on today if the vetoes are correct, and I think they might be. But let's look at the schedule for this stage again. Last stage was a roller coaster, to be completely honest, and this one may just well be that. The Toronto home series is your schedule, presented by the US Army. Today's games will be a treat. FaZe versus Subliners for our T-Mobile 5G weekly drop. Last match today is, of course, going to be the Mutineers taking on Seattle Surge. Friday's game's down there as well, and I tell you what, man, like a lot of fans, I've been talking to a lot of folks about how exciting this entire week of games will be, this whole stage. Saturday and Sunday, brother, they are going to be some humdingers. You got any faves looking out for there?
I mean, just take your pick. I mean, there's a lot of teams towards the top that are exciting to watch. You got a team like Thieves who, well, we get Kenny on the SMG now, so we might see shades of old from him. And even a team like Ravens, like, yes, they were 0-6. They still do not have any CDL points, but they bring PaulEhx on the squad, a brand new look of a player coming over from the challenger scene, see if he can shake things up just a little bit. So there is plenty to look out for this weekend, and I just want to get that ball rolling.
Yeah, plenty to look out for. When we're speaking of storylines, we'll reel this one right back and look at our upcoming series. Let's talk Atlanta FaZe. Now, these boys have been pretty much unstoppable, Chance. I mean, let's be real. No one really came that close apart from Paris last stage. But is there anything? Is there a flaw in the game plan? Is there a crack in the armor? Is there an Achilles heel there for Atlanta FaZe?
I mean, funnily enough, if you were to identify any crack in the armor, you'd say it'd be control. That is their weakest game mode. But of course, when I say crack in the armor, they are still the second best control team in the game. These guys have been destructive. I mean, just ridiculous. Again, undefeated, 8-0 series count. Their map count is insane. I think the team that probably pushed them closest to the wire was Paris Legion, of all surprises. And even when you go to game 5, they close them out. So they're just terrifying. And again, they're search and destroy, even 11-1. I just can't think of a team right now that has a good matchup against them. FaZe is literally just any team they play against, they're gonna have the advantage.
Advantages indeed, but I mean, for me, I just think that Atlanta FaZe, who's the biggest opponent they have right now, who's going to truly stop them? Probably themselves. But that's on them to make sure that those chinks in the armor do not come out to a full-fledged crack and try and keep this gameplay rolling. Their opponents, though, the New York Subliners, will take a look at their schedule now as they have a tough road ahead of them here in this opening stage 2. Again, man, it's been a great turnaround from New York. They have gone from tragedy to a top 3 finish. And as you can see of their schedule so far, they got FaZe and LA Thieves up first, Guerrillas, Ravens, Ultra. Obviously, things get maybe a little easier towards the end there. But for the Subliners, man, it's going to be test after test after test.
And that really is a great schedule, though. It might be test after test, but if you're starting with FaZe, that is the best indication you can get of whether or not New York has it in them to potentially win a tournament. I think, they'd be 3rd or 4th in the standings / power rankings right now, depending on if you favor either them or Chicago, but they get FaZe out of the way, depending on how they do there. That could set the scene to go on a tear. And we know that New York Subliners, when they got hot, we've seen it in stage 1, these guys can be electric.
Yeah, very much so. Incredibly excited and interested to see just how high New York's ceiling is. They blew the roof off us a few times in that first stage, stage 2. Could it be a new book? Who knows? But before we get into that, don't forget today's game is our T-Mobile 5G weekly drop, baby. We are back, and T-Mobile is here to hook us up with some good stuff. So start your week off right. Text it in. You're going to be texting TMO Buzz to 313131, all on America's largest and fastest 5G network, brought to you by T-Mobile. Now, this week's prize is going to feature an exclusive experience alongside the NYSL. So text TMO Buzz to 313131 for a chance to take place in a private AMA session with any one of those players, including the Italian stallion Zuma, that is. I reckon Clay might give some really, really good advice, life advice, in-game advice, Pokemon card advice, who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be that. We're going to take a very quick break. That's all from the HQ, brought to you by USAA. When we come back, more Call of Duty fun and games coming your way. May as well put the phone down and send that text right now. See you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army wants your warrior.
The team said we should have our brand new billboard around here somewhere.
Oh, there it is. Wait, where's our faces at?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. A quick note now at the CDL points presented by Game Fuel. This is where we sit after our first stage, and Atlanta FaZe chance way at the top of the board. Are we expecting to see a whole lot of movement there from that mid-table? I'm sure this will be unrecognizable in a couple of weeks' time.
I mean, just for the fact that there's, what, 5-6 teams within 20 points of each other, there is absolutely going to be a shakeup. And especially if a team, again, PaulEhx, we've seen they get hot, they can certainly start bringing the house down. Ravens, they made a change. If they go from 0 points, start winning some series, they might shake things up a bit. So it is going to be very different post-stage 2.
Don't forget, friends, TMO buzz to 31, 31, 31 for a chance to win. Could be a private session with someone from NYSL. You're going to get a call from one of those pros. It could be Mack. It could be Diamondcon. It could be Zoom. It could be Asim. It could be Clayster. You can ask them anything. It's an AMA after all. Don't forget, TMO buzz to 31, 31, 31 right now. If I weren't working in casting right now, I'd be texting them and asking them all sorts of questions. But we have a game to play, and the boys will be ready to go shortly. But Chance, I mean, dude, FaZe is so strong. FaZe is so electric. Like, they're just the most devastating team in the league right now. I've got nothing but love for them, and I want to see them come out here soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta, Georgia, you magnificent beast, you. This is 2021, baby, and the 2021 Atlanta FaZe are stacked. We got us a member of the Scuff Team of the Year by the name of Simp.
Grabs the bomb, 10 seconds left, and he realizes he can't get to the other side.
The other battle-hardened returnees are aBeZy and Cellium.
Pull away! Cellium! No, he's not even shot down! aBeZy doesn't even need to go fence!
Arcitys is here.
Can he get the angle over the top? He gets the kill! Arcitys with the 1v2 clutch!
Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe, your stage 1 champions. Arcitys, Cellium, aBeZy, and Simp. Them boys are nasty, there's no doubt about it. Again, looking to see if they can continue that dominance throughout stage 2. And a big win against the New York Subliners would be a wonderful way to get it started. But they do have some stiff competition, but without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most dangerous teams in the league. 4 fearsome names in and out. And Chance, you said, such nice boys, usually. They seem like such nice boys.
I mean, it's such a group of nice young men. You see them, but then you see them in game and like, oh, turns out absolute demons, like horrifyingly aggressive, destructive on the map. It just does not stick if you just look them in the eye. But again, absolute forces on the map, always fun to watch them play. And even a guy like Simp, it's almost like you can't give him enough credit for how good and how consistent he has been. But top to bottom, this team is stacked and frankly, undefeated so far. We just got to see how far they can take that.
How far can they go indeed? Well, we've met Atlanta FaZe, now in the other corner, decked out in yellow and black. I don't have anything to wear for that one, but when the New York Subliners home series comes around, maybe they'll sort me out. Ladies and gentlemen, put them together for NYSL.
Don't let us down. Bring home a championship. Not 1, not 2, maybe 3 or 4.
Yo, Clay, if you don't bring home the championship, you out of here, boy.
Hey, if there's one thing about the city that I understand, it's that they don't tolerate losing.
He's in from behind again. Clayster with 2.
So I'm bringing championships. We're bringing them by the dozen.
Just make sure the snipes is hitting. Headshots only. Anything higher than the headshot is uncivilized.
What a Zuma is? Zoom keeps on zooming.
The stallion is frying. The stallion is cooking.
Not quite what I was thinking. You guys are gonna kill it out there.
Good luck this season.
Thank you guys so much. This season's for y'all.
Subliners, way to go. New York's behind you 100%.
We're bringing a championship to New York City.
Game full keys. There it is, NYSL. They turned heads non-stop. They've won hearts and minds in their campaign through stage 1. Can they start stage 2 with a bang? Asim, Clayster, Diamondcon, and Mack. And of course, we saw the drama and the excitement of seeing Hydra, their latest player, make their way into the academy team, finally the United States. A lot of questions around whether they were going to change the roster or not. The chance, they had such an incredible showing there, such a great turnout in that first major. Hard to make the change.
Absolutely, but I will say we also have like a new weapon meta aboard right now, XM4. Now you're going to see a lot more Krig, a lot more QBZ. So I think for these guys, they kind of have to reprove how good they are. There's a lot of teams when a weapon meta switches, you expect great things, but for a player like Diamondcon, until we see it, we simply do not know. We can expect great things from what we saw for stage 1, but stage 2 is here. They got to do it again.
Got to do it all over again. But yeah, you brought it up. There's a slight change there. So who knows? There could be a big switch up here in the New York camp and again in the overall standings of the league. But let's have a quick look now. Our game fuel keys to victory. We're going to be talking New York first, mate. What have they got to do to go big and bring home the win here against Atlanta FaZe?
I mean, really, it's so tough. It's almost like writing fiction, keys to victory to beat FaZe, right? But the way I look at it, it's search and destroy. You just have to figure out where aBeZy is at all times. Like, orchestrate your strats around making sure that, hey, even if you get first blooded, at least you're gonna be there to trade it out. I will say though, even if you do take aBeZy down, the guys behind him are very capable of clutching, but just to take it a step further, Control must win. The only series FaZe have had where they have been tried at all, one time they go to the game 5, or the only 2 times, well, the Control is the map that they fall short. So if you're not beating him there, you're definitely not beating him in 2 hard points, and you're definitely not going to beat him in 2 searches. So you got to make sure you get that game 3 under wraps.
Well, there you go. The Control will be the swing map in the series. Now the game fuel keys to victory for Atlanta FaZe, mate. What are they going to do for us?
Whatever they want, keys to victory, do your thing. Like, you guys have been on point. It really just is that simple. But I will say probably the most important factor, something that has been talked about for New York, is they will bring that tournament energy all to group play. This is something Clayster is incredible at. Even for matches that have less on the line than your elimination matches in the tournament, these guys have been fierce and on point. And if FaZe don't try to at least match that energy, if they get a little bit complacent, they can get punished. Frankly, I just hope these guys put on a show off the new maps in rotation, and show off how good you are going to be on it. And good news for us, we got both. Express for the map 2, Apocalypse for the map 4, should we get there.
Should we get there? Come on, we got to get there, baby. It's the first match of stage 2. Give us the new ones. You saw the vetoes there as well, but we are excited to see these new maps in rotation. Of course, going to be starting things off with a Garrison hardpoint. A lot of fun. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go, man. I mean, FaZe, NYSL, this should be a good one. Again, you have to keep thinking about the momentum that NYSL has built off that stage 1. They look so good going forward. A couple of mistakes here and there, but they've had a whole week to rest a little bit, to practice, to revisit mistakes. For FaZe, does victory cost them their strength? That is the question for me. Can they come out swinging? Can they pick up exactly where they left off at the end of that stage 1 victory over Dallas? Oh, baby, we're going to find out soon. Let's get into game number 1. Oh boy, let's go. I've missed this. I don't know about you, brother, but I'm ready to rock and roll.
I'm ready to get going too, and this is the perfect series to start with too, because obviously, one, watching the champions play, always a great time, but even for New York, like, I don't know what everyone's expectations were, but maybe middle of the pack. You got all these roster changes. Diamondcon was unknown. Turns out these guys are incredible. They ended up in 3rd place overall, which is great. So the next step for them is, can you actually get a tournament win? Well, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and they get the opportunity right out of the gates.
All right, here we go. Garrison now surviving the rotation. And already it's a sweet start from Simp. Green control, that's how you get it done. Arcitys on the immediate backup, but aBeZy's going to win. His fight's over by the point, and so far, so good. You've already managed to get a squirrely spawn out of the New York Subliners. Eyes on that mini-map, number 7. That was going to be Diamondcon coming through, and he's actually made a massive impact on the map so far. Still aBeZy on your screen, trying to find a bit of a spree there. Not too much more to hand, and Asim on the jump shot. Boy, oh boy, we're off to a good start.
This is a very strong break as well. FaZe did it about as perfectly for the opening break, but now New York flipped the spawns, getting set up for P2, and well, keep in mind again, you're going to be seeing more QBZs in the kill feed, maybe a couple more Krigs, something that these players need to get used to, and they got to do it quickly. You can see Cellium popping up with the new gun in hand.
Again, everyone who's wondering what's going on there, the XM4, there's been a handshake all around. And whoa, Asim, hold on, I'm trying to make a point over here, brother, and you're picking up 2 pieces like that. That's 5 and 2 overall. That's going to be hard point number 2 in their hands. Something XM4, whatever, it's gone. We're using the QBZ now, let's rock it.
Target right now, you just have to deal with Mack inside of vent room. That just took them, what, 12 seconds of hill time just to clear him out before he go for the breaks. Clayster gets dealt with as well. And well, actually now Asim, the final man in hill, has to do it by himself or just by his teammates' time. He gets cut down as well. FaZe, the perfect swarm in the perfect break on P2. They made that look way too easy.
Oh man, how can they hold those? So the break's perfect. Now it comes over to ATL on the defense. It's going to be a 3-man push through the bottom side of the map for NYSL. You've got one guy in the middle of the map. Clay's going to find one. Diamondcon finds his as well. Diamondcon finds another. The breaks are good. There's 15 seconds remaining. You've got map control going the way of FaZe, but not a bad showing from either team early on in this hard point. Both of them looking clean on the breaks. Rotations looking fine as well. I think we're in for a real treat here, Chance. An early lead for the Subliners. That will soon dissipate as soon as that next hard point, number 3, opens up. And here we go, straight into the hands of FaZe. Let's see what NYSL can do on the approach. Here come 2 of them over the top of the catwalk. Cellium, oh boy, ripped out there. The QBZ firing fantastically at range. It comes to aBeZy now. 2-man push now from NYSL through the vent room. And here they go, straight onto the point. aBeZy was the first. That's massive. His teammates are there to back him up. Oh boy, ATL, they will hold the line. Simp's now coming in from behind. And just like that, the push has been completely snuffed out.
And I will say, for these 2 hills back-to-back, there are some setups that you get when you rotate that are a little bit messy. You don't get everyone involved. I would say both these teams on these past 2 hills, they had the dream setup. For FaZe, though, on P2, they ended up breaking through, even if just for a moment. Well, New York can't do the same. FaZe is much better on a hold. They get that effective full 60 and take that lead. Maybe more importantly for them, themselves quite a bit of time to see if they can make a break on this new hill.
We're going to have another break now, potentially for Atlanta FaZe. And we talked about how NYSL, they bring the tournament energy to these pool play matchups. Now, let's hear it from them themselves. Time for an Astro Gaming listen-in with NYSL.
Above me.
Mid-tank or rails. Their side mid-tank, good job.
Nice. I'm gonna go across, I'm gonna cut across.
Nice one green again. Stay top green, Connor, I'm gonna drop out.
Yeah, go across.
I'm dropping out mid-tanks.
Are you I have your deep boxes right now? Nothing boxes.
I'm gonna flank them.
Yo, deep boxes, 2 boxes. Okay.
Tools splitting plat, 2 boxes.
Heard you.
2 boxes.
Looking plat, I have plat.
Huge kills, guys.
One more boxes.
Nice. From SU2, aBeZy, last kid. Last kid. That's good time.
Go.
Fucking get this shit, man. Mack, I'm push out Jen. I saw him plat.
Okay, I'm about to stop this guy, stay green. I'm gonna kill him.
I hear boxes.
aLLeY, dead, one more for plat.
Nothing box right now.
Yeah, aBeZy's plat.
Simp boxes. He slid to left.
One back foot, one shot. There's two foot on you.
Okay.
And one
Jen.
One out.
Okay, top sky and underside.
Top float.
It's high Mack.
I'm in a corner dark.
Yeah, live for us.
One shot, he's
Under
on
sky.
B-search.
Under fridge.
He's B-search right now, Sim. Gotta go, Ben.
Yo, top sky, Simp. He's one shot of full guy.
We've got a game on our hands now. Next hard point's up in the hands of Atlanta. Oh my God, Asim. I was going to ask you, mate, from the listening there. It sounds all good, man. New York bringing the fire.
That was absolutely great. I mean, they're all about their business. The cleans are nice and efficient. All the information they could want, they're putting out there, telling each other to stay alive. And when they get that clean 4 down, you even take the time to be like, nice, let's go, guys. That's the type of stuff we want. Just clean work. But of course, now on this hill, effective tied-up game and a scene from outside of lights. Another 2-piece for him. I think it's 3rd or 4th of the game.
Yo, Asim is lights out so far. Lovely teamwork all around, though. You've seen the importance of trades thus far in New York. I mean, one thing that I got from there was Clay was the one who was kind of calm. Everyone else was getting hot, and Clay's just keeping everyone in check, making sure the plays are still working out. There we go. NYSL with a slight lead for now. We're going to see Atlanta get back on the point. The final 5 seconds should go their way, but you have to look towards the next set of rotations. We've had our 5. Now we are back to the start. It's going to be Simp on your screen there, trying to maintain some level of control in mid. It ain't gonna happen. Slow and steady now, aBeZy from vents. Mack makes the perfect read. 7 and 12 overall, a little slower for him, but nonetheless, again, right place, right time. We got skins, we got kicks on our guns. So far, we got hard point time for NYSL. Great hold to start this off.
And this is very patient setup right now for New York, too, which just means they're trying to be mistake-free. Cellium, though, again, has better vision than me, knows the wall-bang spot, and unfortunately for Diamondcon, just going to get dropped in. Well, kills like that will get you the break on the hill, so patient play maybe ends up getting punished. And now for FaZe, thinking about the rotation as well, Simp is a very big one-on-one against Asim, trying to get these spawns. Impatient play, reigns supreme. Asim waiting him out, getting the spawns for his team. And again, New York, this is 2 for 2 on these P2 rotations. Whereas last time, though, they did drop the ball just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see if they can hold it this time. You're right, man. They won that big 1v1. Asim's kill on Simp there gives you that left-hand side of the map control. So now, eyes on those players in the new hard point. Arcitys is going to try to make the break through the back. QBZ in hand. He's going to find the first, and here comes the push. This is going to be a big, overwhelming play here. FaZe, they should be able to do this. NYSL spawned wide out in the open, and they could not do it. They couldn't hold the hard point. The break once again too strong. Now Cellium immediately repositions on the defense. Mack, Diamondcon making the way through the right. It's going to be Clayster, and it's going to be Asim coming up through the green alley. Now Arcitys, he's just got to reposition, find these kills. Diamondcon, just about managing to catch him. But you're starting to see the exchange of fights now through mid. 30 seconds on the point chance, and NYSL have got to make a clean break. Can they do it?
Oh, got it, and it is done. They do make that clean break with 24 seconds left. Again, maybe a little bit of struggles of holding on to it early, but the damage mitigation is there. They will still go into this new hill with the lead. I would say you need to get someone in the back of the map, though. You see Clayster, maybe he gets caught out. Instead of playing safe, he played aggressive, and maybe he's going to get punished. New York, everybody now spawning out in Asim outside of a hero play. There's only so much this man can do.
He made the reads on all these players, and can he land the shots? Almost. aBeZy just about stays alive. The 3 members of FaZe there, still in the back spawns, going to give full control now to Atlanta. But here comes the onslaught from NYSL. They won the opening fights last time round. They couldn't win the next wave. And so far, the defense is holding. Cellium and Arcitys kills going their way. Asim and Mack now trying to bring the subs forward. But aBeZy just too dangerous on all fronts. The man is a machine. He's going to find the third as well. That is unbelievable. Simp's now going to push the front line forward. Eyes on the next hard point. Atlanta FaZe may be trailing, but it's plays like that that could well see them take the lead.
Oh, that trophy might have actually just costed Simp. I think Asim is the engineer player, and as soon as he throws it down, just gives it away that he's in the corner. So you'll take that little small victory. Of course, this hill has not been great for New York, but hey, you get the dream. You get a setup for the full rotation to new. Diamondcon chilling in the middle of the tanks, and Clayster actually falls, so that vent side right now is open, and you see aBeZy starting to make moves.
Yeah, starting to make the moves. Here we go. Asim still in the top green. His teammates are getting dropped all around him, so he has to pick this fight right. Arcitys gets dropped. Asim! Oh, nice shots into the second player as well. Maintains green control, and here we go. You're going to hold this position. Great awareness, not able to get any more out of it, but your teammates are now in position on point. aBeZy, though. Oh boy. Clay wins a big one to stay alive on point, but Cell's going to get the trades. And just like that, supreme map awareness. The guns of FaZe pivot 180. They immediately lock onto Subliners now making their way forward. This could be a wonderful turn. The lead will change hands for now as FaZe now back in the driver's seat. 30 seconds left on this point.
At FaZe have effectively theory crafted. Who really needs to rotate if we can just break every hill imaginable, just on point with the aggression. And now the power positions, the quad feed from Simp, 6 spree from him, and now he's thinking about the artillery, or maybe just closing out the game. New York, they have to basically cross, half the map just to get to that new hill, and they gotta get past Simp. Streak number 1 for him, and you gotta imagine he's gonna be chilling up top. He might be able to get them all, and he did get the cruise just before he fell.
I think it was 8 just before going down there, and as you can see, 224, it's first to 250. Here comes that cruise. Up and about it goes, and there go the side rockets, the little auxiliary ones. The landing there on the Diamondcon's going to get the kill. So there we have it. 45 seconds up, hard points open. But one player now, it's Mack in from behind. Mack lands 2! Nice bit of work to slow those players from FaZe down. You still have the players now from NYSL in the middle of the map, racing towards the hard point. Can't let Atlanta get much more than this. 227 and climbing. They are closing in on the win. Seems going to win a couple of big kills just before being dropped. Simp, all over the kill feed. Now he's lighting things up once again. 230 now on climbing. You've got one last push now from the Subliners. You have to get on point. And are they trapped in the back of the map? I would have to say yes. It is not over yet. 10 seconds now for the win. Cellium's going to find the kills. Simp's going to keep it going. It's another 5 spree for him. A demon. 5 seconds now for the win. They're going to hold NYSL in place. And just like that, it is over. Atlanta FaZe take map 1.
And it was close until it wasn't. I mean, the scoreline may be on point, but Simp completely takes over. You could have taken your pick on which best play you want to give him, but holy dear God, the movement on point. You got to imagine when the XM4 gets taken out, a couple of those SMG players just rubbing their hands together, and Simp, the top of that list. 36 and 20 from him. They were down by maybe 20 or 30 points going into the trash hill, and he goes on a 7 spree, dies, respawns, and immediately goes on a 6 or 7 spree right again. Just a ridiculous finish out of him, and again, 36 and 25k damage. Simp with a hell of a game.
Hell of a game from the young man there, our 2019 MVP and world champion, and oh boy, looking fine so far. 250-202, that final score. Good work all round. We saw that was a neck-and-neck game. Chance, you called it. It was close until it was not. Well, there is that one done and dusted. Map 1 in the books. Now we go to a search and destroy. For the first time ever here in the 2021 season, we're going to Express, baby. We cannot wait. Map 1 done. We come back after this quick commercial break. Plenty more Call of Duty action coming your way. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss this.
They can't stop the kids. They can't stop it. They can't stop the kids. Shake the numbers, I'm running it up. I got plenty bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Do what you can, you could try. You can stop it. OC dub, way up like a rocket. Acting up, acting out, way out of pocket. For the grind, for the hustle, I can't knock it. Do what it take, do what you do, you could try. Yeah. I've been up, I've been stuck up in the sky. Yeah. Know me at the top, I can't lie. Haters watch it, throw the piece, tell them bye. I got things to do, I got bands to get. Competition up in smoke, ooh, cannabis. Ask me why I'm a top 10 candidate. I'm so fly, I'm so clean, ooh, and I'm rich. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got plenty bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Tell them move. Get up out the way. It's ludicrous, yeah, how much I'm getting paid. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10K. No mob ties for the player being made. Now how you spoke to your girl, better check her phone. And do you know what she doing when you not at home? And when she tell you she alone, but she not alone. She got a lot of options, eeny, miny, mo. She gon' do what she want, ain't no stopping it all. Pour the liquor in the cup, yeah, I'm topping it off. I might take your girl, take a trip to the mall. Put the shelf in the bag, yeah, cause I'm copping it all. I'm saying, they can't stop
it. Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It's now time for our social soundboard presented by Astro. And for those of you living under a rock, or maybe not the biggest NYSL fans, Kevin Durant is now involved with Anbox and the Subliners, looking to continue the growth of esports in New York and beyond. Love to see it. KD is now part of the gang, and everyone is getting involved, welcoming the squad. NYSL, what a wonderful thing to see for them. There is no bigger stage right now. Everyone, but you name it, all the hashtags, everything. Everyone's getting involved. And Clay, man's got to shoot his shot, right? I respect it. I think we all respect it. If you don't shoot your shot, you don't get nothing, right, Chance?
I'll miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Every basketball player knows that, but I'll say it's cool to have KD involved. The intro video we have for, New York, we always talk about what is the line, like, you gotta bring, if you're in New York City, you gotta bring championships to the team. That's what the city is about. So whether or not the Subliners can do it, we get to see. That's what this series in my mind is about, seeing their peak. But Kevin Durant is looking to do the exact same thing with the Nets. That team is also looking terrifyingly good.
Terrifyingly good indeed. Now it's time to take a quick look at the quick scope. Now, again, mate, brought to you by Scuff. Times are changing, baby. The quick scope brought to you by Scuff. And looking at these stats overall, Chance, I mean, it's pretty open and shut in the stats department, aside from control. Now, we brought that up as one of the game fuel keys to victory. For the NYSL players, they have to take that control off of FaZe, because of course, Search is going to be a tough one. But dude, how do you honestly feel Express? It's a new map. A lot of people saying Clay is going to be at home here. He's definitely trodden these paths many times. Do you think that's enough of a difference maker to make the difference here? Difference.
It might just be a thing where they've put the work in, right? If both the DLC maps are kind of getting through, maybe Subliners kind of have that little edge, they know that they can put in the extra time to try to get that just off the rip. But that is somewhat of a maybe. I'm expecting FaZe to be fantastic at any map you throw at them as well. But the DLC battle always going to be a good time. But this is really the puzzle to solve. If teams, and there's maybe only 4 or 5 teams in the league that I could think of that could really be competitive with FaZe and Search. If you do not crack that code, they're going to dominate all year. If you don't get to the point where you're at least taking one search and destroy off of them per series, they are just going to run a rampage all year long. So New York is one of those teams. They've been problem solvers. Let's see if they have a solution for us here. Express.
All aboard. Here we go. For the first time this year into Express. DLC maps making waves, baby. We love to see it. You know the rules, friends. 2 bomb sites, first to 6. Plant it, blow it up, win the round. Kill the team, win the round. Defenders, hold on, baby. Here we go. Start this one off with the players of NYSL, and it's a 4-man stacking towards B. Cell trying to hit a wallbang or 2. He's going to land the first in the Clayster. That chance was a pretty easy first blood, and oh boy, oh, it looks like Atlanta have done their homework. They know what's going on. Arcitys is picking up kills. Damn, this is a good start from Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, if there was any concern or confusion about who is one of the nerdier players in the league, Cellium is going to know every detail about the map. And, well, Diamondcon and Mack, good luck, have fun. You are getting swarmed on. Simp with the beatdown for the quick kill. Now Diamondcon going for the 1v4, and that is a quick, efficient, easy round. Atlanta FaZe keeping the ball rolling.
Okay. That was a vicious opening round. A ruthless aggression from FaZe. Okay. Let's see what they do on offense now.
I need to go back to my homework for Black Ops 2. That wallbang spot caught me off guard, and Cellium is just opening up with that. That is just horrifying to see. Again, he will know every detail about every map, whether it's, you know, even aiming through walls.
There it is.
Just knows. Well, Clayster learns quick, but so does Cell. You can see not a lot of involvement down towards that B site. FaZe looking to attack over towards A.
Yeah, not the same defensive approach from NYSL. That can be said for sure. And don't forget, friends, all these spots, you should be learning these. It's now in the league play rotation as well as Apocalypse. So we'll see you online later, mates. So far, much slower attack from Atlanta FaZe as they slowly make their wards towards top control near the A-bomb site. Some players like to call that room maps because of the large train map on the wall there. Diamondcon revised team's catwalk. It's going to be Simp making his way forward. Hyper-aggressive. Diamondcon, not a clue. The first blood goes to Simp. The immediate trade's going to land. That's fine. Bomb's going to go down now. And it's going to be a 3v3. With NYSL now looking to defuse.
Got a couple more nice angles coming out, but really, they were happy to go for this retake right now. And you got Asim working up towards side of aBeZy. That frontline man to check the bomb, and Arcitys right above him.
Right above him. Here comes the peak over the top. Cellium, great eyes on Clayster, makes sure the middle of the tracks are safe. Mack, though, will get the trade. It's a 1v2 situation right now. Cellium far in the back of the map. Arcitys much closer up forward. Can Mack catch the kill here? This could be big. Not a lot of time on the clock, though. Cellium's going to have to make his way in towards the bomb, and he make it in time. Here comes the defuse. The foot race is on. Look to the top of the trains. Here comes Cellium. There's going to be the kill. Atlanta FaZe, 2 rounds back to back.
And that is just a very nice strat, I'd say, coming out from FaZe, right? After you get the bomb planted, have one guy play up top, another guy play towards the down hallways, the TV, the couches area, whatever you want to call it. And even when they fall, Cellium knows the timing. Just hightail it down the train and make sure you're there for the kill. Efficiently done. Really like the strat coming out. Maybe for New York later on. I want to put more pressure on defense over towards A.
Oh, here we go. I'm just excited. Like, what are Atlanta FaZe going to do on offense now? Cell's on 4-0. Sorry, on defense. What are they going to do? They're going to charge forward, find more kills? We'll see. It's a 2-1-1 split. Cell's back to his old BS as he makes his way through the central terminal. Shots are going to be there. But look, it's honestly, it's no different from NYSL. Once again, an aggressive B hit. They're going to get the bomb down very quickly. They do have much more terminal control this time. So now Cellium, oh my God. Every time, dude. That's 5-0. He is making these reads. He knows these positions. Here comes the rest of the squad. Diamondcon watching middle. Arcitys has already made his way into tickets. Has to watch out for all these positions from behind. Cellium now looking to find the first on the approach once again. That's going to be 2 this round so far. Mack and Asim, the last players left on the defense. And that's going to be that. 1 player left. No, it's all gone. It's done. 20 seconds on the defuse. Unbelievable stuff from Atlanta FaZe.
Oh my God. I mean, we don't have to pull up the scoreboard if we don't want to make him feel bad, but New York Subliners right now, Mack is the only player on the team with any kills. I think he only has 3. This is bullying at this point. You almost want to make it stop. Cellium feasting, making it look easy, going for the nice strat round 1 for the wall bangs, does the same thing, but he just keeps winning these one-on-ones against Clayster. Just making the swarm that much easier on site. Even the timing for Cellium to challenge out after Diamondcon took shots on Arcitys. They're just doing everything perfectly. And again, 3 players for New York, 3 rounds in, still do not have a kill.
It's unbelievable. Like, the level of control that Atlanta FaZe have in these rounds so far. There you go. That's enough information from Cell. Round after round, watching him off these breaks. Can anyone stop him? Clayster can. Finally. First blood going the way of NYSL. Now, great position to be in by the elevator. Allows himself to watch that center of the map. Watches the cut across in towards that B-bomb site. The 3 attacking members now of Atlanta FaZe. A little bit of homework to do. Clay, that is not a safe position. You can be wallbanged easily there. Arcitys with the nades up. Pushing them back. Tags are there. No kill, though. Slowly but surely chance. The attack working towards B.
9 HP and a dream. That's all Clayster needs. And, well, Mack there for the trades. Simp, well, he's just waiting for someone to make a mistake, but even if they don't make it, they're going to have to backtrack and pick up bomb. But the SMGs now moving on site together. Simp able to push through. The trades are in 2v2. Clayster shuts him down, though. Gets the old teammate dropped, and that leaves aBeZy by himself. He's going to go hunt Clay down, and Clay, well, just trying to buy his teammate time. Diamondcon for the 1v1 win. aBeZy dancing around. He has no HP, and Diamondcon closes him out. New York finally get on the board. It just took a lot of effort to make it happen, even with the 4v2.
All that for a round. Man, that was a sweat. That was a lot of effort, but they get it done. NYSL, okay, you can hang. It takes a lot. it takes a lot of effort to kill these boys of FaZe. Cell at 6-1. Simp and aBeZy 4-2 apiece for the Terrors, and Arcitys sitting there at 1-2. But nonetheless, everyone is playing their role. Cell, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it sure as hell ain't broke. But now, we are going to see a slight change in the play here. NYSL is continuing the pushing towards B, and Atlanta FaZe, they are just going to be holding this one down. Here comes the retake, and once again, it was brutal last time. Mack over by tickets. The other shots ringing out. Pinch now developing. Make sure you watch that flank. That's Clayster's job. And that far right-hand side of the map is where FaZe are going to be coming from. But it is onto that one lone player, aBeZy, who's trying to find the pinch on the other side. It's not so much a guessing game as it is. We just don't want to lose these fights. Asim! Oh, he caught it in the face! No! aBeZy's going to land it. His teammates get the kills, though. Here comes Simp! Here comes Simp! Oh, Diamondcon! Just about lands the shots, and once again, NYSL, another round goes their way.
All that for the drop of blood, but now they're striking a little bit harder. Much cleaner round this time, and frankly, it's just about not getting picked off after you get the bomb down. I think, again, Cellium winning those 1v1s on Clayster has been a focal point early on. This time, everyone from York stays up, trust the system, trust the setup that you have. And again, you talk about those mid-round adjustments, maybe for FaZe. Maybe they don't want to give up that B plant for free anymore. See what they do in the future round, but of course, on the attack, FaZe right back to B.
And you're already seeing how important those 1v1 engagements are. I mean, you win your one on this map, it basically opens up everything for the trades, but we'll see how we go. Asim, Clay, win there. It's right up front. Simp trying to get involved. Oh my God, nice century from Simp. Great shots. Mack's going to finally put the bullet in him to take him down. 3v1 now for Arcitys. And he is going to be playing this slow. Patient, calculated approach now from Arcitys, but there's nothing calculated about this push from New York, baby. They just want to end it. The nades are there. The shots come through. The trades don't matter. NYSL, 3 rounds in a row.
Very quick bounce back, and an important one to get at that, just to slow down the momentum. One of the most terrifying things about FaZe is, like, what was the key to victory? Take down aBeZy for the first blood? Well, they're successful. The issue is, after that, everyone on FaZe is incredibly capable of clutching. Arcitys, maybe not a lot of life there towards the end, but you didn't even see the makings of the play, right? He's still getting the nades out late, still has those opportunities. Playmakers across the board. Well, for New York, interesting switch up. They have bullied out B on the attack every single time. Maybe a little bit more focused on the middle of the map. Looks like, yeah, they might want to commit. They're rotating this bomb potentially towards A still.
Yeah, they would commit it towards A, but at FaZe on the defense, they do the same thing every time. It's 2 in towards A, one player goes through that middle corridor, and then someone sits over towards B, usually Cellium. So no major changes from FaZe, but enough to adapt. And Diamondcon, he is on the tracks, slithering through. Oh, nice shot. Play, great bit of work there. Diamondcon can't quite get any further forward. Clayster's coverage does not quite extend past his line of sight. 3-man push now in towards B. You've managed to hold Atlanta FaZe in position on A for a long time. You're going to be able to get the bomb down. It's going to be on Arcitys to make that quick turn around the corner, look over towards tickets, and maybe get the bomb in. Has enough time passed, though, for Atlanta FaZe to maybe think that the B play's happening. It is. It's Cellium. He's already managed to make his way towards the back. 3v3. Bomb down. Arcitys, what a spot to be in for there. Asim's going to get the kill. Here comes the push in from behind. Cellium and Simp now leading the charge. Clayster lay prone. Great shots. The trades are there from Simp. 1v2. For Simp, almost able to get it done, but Asim, lightning quick reflexes. It's a 4-3.
And FaZe really is just happy to give up this bomb plant completely for free. They trust their retakes, but that's 2 rounds back-to-back where they just get punished. And I'd say for Arcitys as well, he gets the shots on Mack, then just flies out, and that is an easy gunfight win for Asim. You already have the bomb down, you got a 3v2. You don't really have to worry about the flank too much either, so New York on point on this B attack. Been happy to go here on repeat. Well, now I guess the opportunity to see what FaZe wants to do. They've been mixing it up a little bit more on offense, and well, the bully strat might be back right towards B. aBeZy is flying.
Oh, he flew! He actually flew! You saw that little head fly up top, and it was just too late for Clay. It was like, I think I just saw, I'm dead. Oh my god, they're on point. Here we go. Simp's trying to make the wrap through mid. He's going to find one. It's going to be Asim to maybe catch a kill or two here. No, he's gone as well. Diamondcon, 1v4. Finds the bomb planter. aBeZy now coming up next. Diamondcon. He's playing the angle perfectly. 1 minute remaining on the clock. He's made this 1v4, now a 1v2. He definitely saw Simp there. Big tags. Going to slow him right down. The bomb will be planted, but Simp knows full well he should be coming through mid. He's given up that position for a brief moment. Can the aggression of Diamondcon now allow him to make his way forward? This is where the fear sets in. Where are FaZe? What have they done? They're going to be playing this one very, very deep from incredibly far back there on that site. This could be it. The wallbang can still happen. Diamondcon's in trouble. The shots are there, and I'm not even sure that player was looking. 4-4, all tied up.
Man, that could have been an interesting round. Diamondcon, I mean, he turns this from a 1v4 to a 1v2 instantly. And even after that, Simp and Cellium were very split up. He knows he has the bomb down on site. I'm thinking maybe wrap around, try to kill the guy off before it plants it quick, but Simp doing the smart thing, rotates to his teammate, playing the buddy system after that. Making sure you can close down the round. But the question for me right now for FaZe, do you really want to give up this B plan again? This time they're sending 2 players down low. Simp does not want it to happen again.
Oh boy, Mack. Big wins. aBeZy though. aBeZy though. aBeZy though. Absolute slaughter. It's now a 2v2. As the players swap positions, and the aggression now from NYSL, they're just going to push aBeZy out. They're going to try to find something there. Clay, though, and Diamondcon, I love this. Transition straight across the map, through the carriage they go, in on towards the bomb site, but aBeZy makes the read. aBeZy throws one up top. Is he going to be able to land the stick? No, he lands the shots. aBeZy finds another one. It could be the full ace if he can catch Diamondcon. The shots are in. Diamondcon, run. Don't let it happen. He's coming round the corner. That's the ace for aBeZy, and what a massive round for Atlanta FaZe.
He's a hunter. He's an assassin. I don't even know. He just tracks these players down. No care in the world, as aggressive as you could be, and just makes it look so easy. I mean, again, Clay doesn't hear him drop. aBeZy wastes no time. It's just everything is so efficient. Doesn't even need to wait for his teammates. Admittedly, his teammate was close to being nearby, but it's got to be just so difficult to play against him. Just a true demon on the map. And just not a care in the world, man. 4 spree, 11 kills, another search and destroy performance for him. Of course, for FaZe, they still need to close it out because New York, we've seen them go on runs, but this is the man they got to shut down.
You got to look as well. He picks up 2 kills in mid and immediately transitions over to the A site to find another 2. That is fantastic game knowledge. Incredible shot calling from all around Atlanta FaZe. They're making this look easy. Still, New York now looking to bounce back. It's a fast plant on A. Much slower defense. Diamondcon's got a good bit of information. That's all you need to know for now. Can he make his way forward? We're going to watch out for Simp in that top control position. He's going to be a real deterrent in the approach now, but it's going to be, looks like Clay on the flank, but it's going to be a long flank and a slower one. Seems up close. Mack wins a big one. Here comes the slide from Asim. Can't quite get it on against aBeZy. Continues the spree. Clay now bringing the QBZ up close. Finds Arcitys. And you're looking to overwhelm the site. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. 3v2. aBeZy goes in. Can't find any more. It's all down to Cellium. Straight in he goes. Can't get Diamondcon. What a kill. And the timing was not bad either. Just enough time to get it done. We're going to round 11.
Oh, baby. Round 11 for the first Express. Could you have it any other way? Such a clean and quick retake as well. I think aBeZy winning his one on Asim might have been the opening, but just everyone else on point. The QBZ reigning supreme. Nice work from Mack as well.
Mack.
Nice trades on here. And he's able to pick up 3.
He got,
not too shabby.
He got 3 this round. I mean, look at that. All but one shot. Diamondcon's play there on the bomb as well, crucial. I thought it was already defusing, but no, he managed to just get the shots there in a cell. Great read that he was coming through train. Round 11, here we go. What kind of dirty tricks has FaZe got up their sleeves now to try to take this round by surprise? Mack, 11-6, 12-7 for aBeZy, the champions for their teams. And here we go. It's a headbutt. Right in towards B. aBeZy's already flown up top. Cellium now down low, trying to find the nades. You can see the defense. There's not too many of them, and it's going to be the opening. Blood's going the way of NYSL. That's huge. Bomb's going to go down now, over towards B. 2 remaining members of FaZe, Arcitys and Simp. It's going to be a very methodical approach. Slow as you like from Arcitys. No reason to make any mistakes. Clay, there's the shot. The pre-fire Diamondcon walks right into it. A couple of nades come through. Arcitys now making his approach. Simp finds one with a nice jump shot there. 30 seconds now, chance. Another pick would be great for FaZe. It's not going to be enough.
Clayster, though, he solidifies, man. He gets that last kill. Arcitys for the 1v3. If there's no time on the clock, the challenge out for the second. Not able to get it. New York Subliners, round 11. Clean and easy on Express. Those B plays on offense, the focal point for them. And they bring it in the end. Hell of a game from them to get that bounce back. Tie the series up 1-1. And maybe, just maybe, Miles, might have a DLC team on our hands.
We got that DLC team on our hands. NYSL doing the unthinkable and taking a search and destroy for Atlanta FaZe. I think it's, what, the second blemish on their record so far, but a wonderful way to get it done there on Express. Again, the greatest opportunity you could possibly have. The map's only been in the rotation for a couple of hours. They've obviously had some time to practice for it, but still, there you go. A wonderful steal there from NYSL, 1-1 so far. Look at the stats, and man, like, NYSL, the teamwork all around was great, but like, it's those plays from aBeZy, 2k damage. It's so hard not to talk about it. It's just such a massive difference maker. NYSL, though, they squeak it out there in the end, 6-5. Wonderful stuff. Chance, we're tied up 1-1. Out control, mate. What do you think? Where do we go from here?
Well, just to backtrack for a bit, credit where credit is due when aBeZy's making the flashy plays, but Mack kept up with him the entire time. It was like the first 3 rounds, he was the only player getting kills. He gets 12 in the end as well, so superstar performance coming out of him to make sure the bounce back. But the control, as you said, this is the must win, right? The problem that FaZe has had, or if you're playing against FaZe, is it's incredibly difficult to beat him on search once, let alone twice. Well, York got that out of the way. You beat him on the control, you get the lead in the series, and then you have an opportunity on the next 2 maps, either that 4 or 5, to try to close it down. And with a map like Apocalypse on for the map 4, anything can happen. We simply don't know, so maybe the pick and bans, New York got the job done. We get to see.
We do. We get to see Apocalypse as well. Wonderful stuff. Well, we're going to take a quick look now at our US Army tactical play. It will, of course, be that round 11, a crucial round. Wonderful opening picks from NYSL. Chance, walk us through the magic.
Well, I mean, really, it's the opening break. It's just the first bloods that come through. How many rounds did we see FaZe give up the B plant for free and trusted their retakes? I think the first round, maybe the first 2 where it happened, the retakes were successful. They got the defensive round wins, but then New York started to spiral. Clayster started winning the 1v1s against Cellium instead of losing them. Then the B plant started working out. This final round 11, FaZe made the adjustment. They didn't want to give up the plant for free. They matched the gun-on-gun aggression on site. They just did not win the gunfights. All of the ones, New York came out on top. And well, as soon as you get that 4v2 and bombs down, it is just free and easy from there. New York making clean work in the round 11.
I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a couple more, maybe 1v3s, 1v4s there on Express. There's definitely opportunities to get those bigger plays, especially towards that A site. Very excited to see what happens here on Express throughout the rest of the year, but that's it. Our first one done. We're all tied up 1-1 in this series. When we come back after this break, it's going to be some raid, and then we play Apocalypse. Can't wait. Nor can you. See you after the break.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kid. Shake the numbers, I'm running it up. I got penny bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Do what you can, you could try. Stop it. OC dub, way up like a rocket. Acting up, acting out, way out of pocket. For the grind, for the hustle, you can't knock it. Do what it take, do what you do, you could try. Yeah. I've been up, I've been stuck up in the sky. Yeah. Know me at the top, I can't lie. Haters watch it, throw the piece, tell them bye. I got things to do, I got bands to get. Competition up in smoke, ooh, cannabis. Ask me why I'm a top 10 candidate. I'm so fly, I'm so clean, ooh, and I'm rich. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Shake the numbers, up out the way. It's ludicrous, yeah, how much I'm getting paid. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10K. No mob ties for the player being made. Now how you spoke to your girl, better check her phone. And do you know what she doing when you not at home? And when she tell you she alone, but she not alone. She got a lot of options, eeny, miny, mo. She gon' do what she want, ain't no stopping it all. Pour the liquor in the cup, yeah, I'm topping it off. I might take your girl, take a trip to the mall. Put the shelf in the bag, yeah, cause I'm copping it all. I'm saying, they can't stop it.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to get the show back on the digital road. Opening weekend is now finally upon us.
It's time to get rocking. First off, let's take a look at one of our squads, Toronto Ultra.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are rip-roaring and ready to go into our third match of the series so far. But before we do that, don't forget to text TMO Buzz to 313131 for a chance to win some private AMA sessions with the players from NYSL, including Zuma. Stallion, he can give you some advice about how to make some great pasta, or maybe how to work on your mouse and keyboard gameplay. Who knows, because the boy is killing it. We love you, Subliners. We hope you're all doing well. But so far, so good in this series, Chance. Now, we're going to see Simp. What he did to them in the map 1 was pretty nasty. In map 2, he wasn't too bad either, but we're going into control now. The man is simply a warrior, Chance. Tell me a little bit about this demon.
I mean, the stats pretty much say it all. I know stats aren't everything, but when they're this good, they basically do the job. And more importantly than this, he has gone positive in nearly every single map he has played this entire year. They've played, what, 36, 38 maps now, I think it is, including the ones from today. He's only gone negative 4 times. He almost never has bad maps. At the worst you ever get out of him, he's very good, and the best, he takes over and dominates and does whatever he wants. The kid is incredible. It's been this way for a couple of years now. And frankly, he has shown 0 signs of slowing down as an individual.
He's got a long and exciting career ahead of him, that's for sure. I mean, I remember I've had this conversation with a few of the old pros, and they're just like, you know, it's not fun playing against Simp. And I think it was like Nameless. He was like, can you even imagine having to like get on and like scrim against guys like him, guys like Shotzzy, aBeZy, like these young guys who are just so mechanically gifted? The answer is no, I'd rather not. I've come across Arcitys in league play, and it is horrible. On the other end, horrible experience, but a lot of fun nonetheless. Here we go, friends, into raid control. Sorry, mate, go on.
Well, Miles, yeah, you told me about the Arcitys game. Do you remember what it was you said specifically about his gameplay?
I said that no matter how many shots I put into him, he would land the headshots on me for those final kills every time. But that final bullet was always a headshot. Whether he jumped, whether he ducked, dodged, whatever it was, he did it every single time.
Yeah, so you told me that, like, I don't know, a week ago, whatever it was, a few days. I looked into it. Turns out Arcitys is actually the best player in the game right now for getting headshots. 28% of his kills across the board are headshot kills. The next closest is Seany, and after that, it's a pretty steep fall off. So you were completely right. Arcitys getting the headshots. Man's disgusting at it. It's a specific thing, but hey, you do what you can. But Mack, the first blood's in control, trying to carry that performance over from the S&D. Strong opening break so far.
Yeah, stick around for more fun FaZe facts here in this series. But so far, you got a lot of love towards that B zone. That's 1 tick gone. There's a hell of a lot of Subliners players there, and they're going to get the cap any moment now. Second tick, there it goes. Oh, well, boy, it's flying by. Speaking of flying, here comes Arcitys. Woohoo! That's a clean B. Oh, baby. And he does it in the nick of time. Look at that. They so nearly had B. It couldn't have been any better. It really couldn't have. Over towards A we go, Chance. And Subliners, I mean, look, it was a great opening break. It was beautiful. You got a lot of times and lives still left to work with. But can you make the same kind of break? It all comes down to aBeZy.
Down to aBeZy. I just want to point out, by the way, 2 of those 3 kills Arcitys got were headshots. Just to keep in mind, he is consistent with it, but New York maybe will be able to get out of spawn trap. They actually have bodies on both the points right now. Asim and his teammate nearby on B. That should be enough to get it through. And well, on A, I think a tick has pretty much already gone through. Looks like FaZe swarming on to clear it out, but nice little mismanage, splitting the map just a little bit. Now for New York Subliners, they get 1 minute and 45 seconds to get 2 ticks on A.
Yep, and they've got time. Do they have the patience to not let these players from FaZe slip through? Arcitys is going to be very slow here. I wonder if Mack will be aware. Still spawning basketball side. Oh, sneaky Arcitys. Here he comes. Mack, he's behind you. It's the kill. A few more his teammates drop, though. We have players now for NYSL on the A zone. Here comes a few of them. It's going to be Diamondcon and Asim picking up the time. And meanwhile, in from behind, aBeZy comes out of driveway. He manages to get a single kill before being taken down, but you've still got 2 players there from NYSL on the point. Anyone in position to get it? Not a chance. Asim gets himself a 5 spree, and NYSL take the first round.
Take the first round, and they ball it out as well. I mean, maybe the 4-piece that FaZe got towards the start, you thought the tide might have been turning, but frankly, you after the opening break, you get ticked two ticks over towards B, and then even when you get slayed out, you spawn right back on point to start going to A. Just handling the map very well. And Raid is one of these DLC maps, man. New York Subliners. Just be that DLC team.
DLC.
I'm stealing this from Study, by the way, just for what it's worth.
We love you, Jay. He's hanging out in the green room right now, probably screaming his lungs out, seeing his boys. And I bet he wished he picked them to win the series because they're looking hot so far. But we'll see how we go. 3-man push now for NYSL in towards A. There's one on the B push. Here comes Simp. Nice tags. Arcitys and Cellium getting it done. In on towards A we go, and immediately for the cap. aBeZy wins his close range gunfights, no problem. Trophies are cleared out. This should be a relatively easy hold. That first tick is a thing of the past. Second one's on its way. And at this point in time, NYSL are just like, worry more about B. You've got Diamondcon hitting the flank, trying to find some damage here. But at this point in time, it's really damage control. A is pretty much done. All you need to do now is try to isolate those players, contain them when towards that A point, and don't let them get on B. Arcitys, oh my god, dude. Arcitys, you may just do it. Or maybe not. Slow.
He knows they're there. He knows someone's in bedroom. He just doesn't know exactly who. Well, Mack maybe makes it a little bit more obvious. And well, Clayster just picked the kill up in the feed. So now you know the game. They got 2 players over towards bedroom, and Clay wants to get aggressive at 2 and 8. Maybe not the best thing to do, but they still have bedroom control. But Mack, now he feels the pressure. FaZe might just be able to bully out this hill from the front.
Yeah, let's hear it for the players themselves. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
Dead.
Nice.
So on the left side lock, left side rock.
Nice.
Weak on the rock. He's trying.
Right side.
Okay, money. Yo, I'm in money. Watch out. Nice.
Money.
Money. Stay down. Stay. What do you mean? Done. Nice. 3. Back court. I'm trying to get kitchen. Yeah, good. Kitchen. Done. Stack it. I'm jumping
money. He's kitchen or fucking.
Later him.
Yeah, there's two. Just trying out. One more. Yo, I spawn R. Too good. They can't be. They can't. They're going double pull.
Got
one more.
I jumped out. I got one streak.
I made a clay 1 shot. Dead. 1 minute. Pillars, I think.
I'm in time. 1 shot.
It was short, it was sweet, it was blisteringly fast. Chance, anything to take away there from Atlanta FaZe?
I mean, the comms didn't really sound all that great, a little bit cluttered, but maybe they're better at sort of understanding each other. And it's one thing, like, aBeZy wasn't saying much, but if he's picking up 3-4 pieces like he has been, then you will take it absolutely. Now Simp, the leading man with the SMG, he's going to get dropped. And, well, New York on the whole have been decent so far of not giving away the ticks. Unfortunately, though, they found themselves down by 5 lives. Mack, though, trying to even up the odds. He's able to pick up, actually, they get all 3.
Mack's coming for Cellium now, as Asim rather, in from behind. Oh my god, that was on, but he almost did that. Cell almost did that. I was halfway through the table flip before he managed to secure the kill. 25 seconds left. Mack and Asim working the bottom bedroom so well. aBeZy, Cell, Arcitys now winding up for the big hit. On the outside they go. aBeZy's going to find it. Cell's going to clean up the top with a little bit of help now. There's 15 seconds remaining. Got to get on the point. There's an opportunity to make this one work out. No lives left there for NYSL. 6 remaining for FaZe. On the point we go. Second tick's going to go fast. Here comes aBeZy streaks. This is going to help out a lot. Oh no, Paul Steps is about to become a graveyard. But Mack makes his way through, finds another kill. We're still not out clear on the point though. Mack makes his way in. Asim, they don't check the corners. They don't check it. Clay finally finds one, but it's a 1v3 FaZe. They land the kills. And oh my word, Sneaky Cell staying alive on point.
Happened so fast as well. Mack, the almost saving grace for the team. I mean, really, the opening break he had in round 1, bought them the offensive round win. He was almost the hero with the 3-piece to get him the win on defense, but unfortunately, where him and Asim were stacked up on their bedroom, they just ended up losing control. aBeZy sort of just walked through them. So maybe a small little mishap or just getting beat by just a little bit, but either way, all that just to be tied up 1-1. Simp getting the trophies out nice and early. This is a heavy stack on defense over towards B.
They want it bad, but in we go. Asim loses the first gunfight against Simp. Oh, Clay just about evening it up. Straight away, looking towards those players on the push. Nice spot to be in, great awareness. Here comes Cellium, super aggro. Will find the kills. Min-map presence now. FaZe trying to lock it down. Mack just manages to slip through. We are going to still see the pressure in towards A. Offensive players coming through though, and again, it's trade central. Back and forth we go. Watching that mini-map, seeing these players make their way off spawns, seeing the routes they take, seeing how they take these fights. Great awareness all around, but we're still on A for NYSL.
Hey, FaZe though, they are aggressively trying to swarm in on this. You got Arcitys pillars, and they got one man trying to full flank. Well, full flank gets dealt with, so does Arcitys.
Ooh.
That might be the clearance there, and Clayster with the next win on his teammate. Ace should be gone. Matt getting that final tick through. And well, once again, same thing we saw from round one. Maybe just a flip of the map. New York has all the time in the world to cap 1 point. Minute 50 on the clock.
Minute 50. But it's a solid bit of stack now from the members of FaZe. That Clay managed to get on the point alone, but he goes down. Simp wins a nice one there against Mack, who stuck between a rock and a hard place. Simp didn't have a problem whatsoever. Fresh mag, back into the fight he goes. Simp bringing the fight forward. Does manage to catch one. Doesn't necessarily want to push over towards B. He doesn't actually have any coverage there. Diamondcon finally backs him up. Mid-map now wide open. This could be it, but Arcitys says no. Asim's going to just about keep that space safe now for NYSL. Cell, gonna get it. Wonderful defensive work. Outstanding shots from Cellium. Simp now getting involved in the kitchen, and he's cooking up an absolute storm. It's a wonderful piece of play now from Atlanta FaZe on the defense. 1 minute 5 on the clock chance. The life count is slowly getting out of control at 14-9. New York Subliners scratching their heads right now as they try to make their way forward.
Trying to make their way forward, and the trade so far so good, but Sim's still in that top bedroom control, and they gotta get rid of it. Asim though on the pinch, able to clean up one, and Simp just doing it all, stays alive, the movement from up top on point, and he's still here. They have no idea where to go. Clayster gets hunted down in the water, and this bedroom control has been so fierce, so clean. And for a 10v3, you know FaZe are gonna get it. Frankly, just give Simp the final couple kills, and he's going to be thinking about some score streaks. Finally gets taken down. But still, the job well done. FaZe just ferocious on defense, man.
And that fadeaway from Simp. We cut away just in a moment. The observers are kicking themselves. No one thought he was going to get that kill, but he did. Crazy stuff. Mack's taking a couple down with him, just trying to keep the life count all theirs. Nice shots nonetheless, but FaZe, an insane defensive round from them there. Mad love to the bedroom. That top spot, Simp played it perfectly.
Just some of these scrappy moments. I mean, we see all like the crazy action in the bedroom, but turns out some of the ARs making the big plays. This is where Cellium, sort of the lone man, wins the gunfight on Asim, trades out the next man in Zig. We saw similar spots like this from Arcitys, just the ARs in and around kitchen, picking up all the kills. I think FaZe right now in the slaying category, they're up by about 10 to 12 kills. Guns are hot right now and ablazing. They, of course, want to close out this control round right here because we've seen them a few times. I think really just once. Actually, yeah, just once against Toronto where they dropped the search and destroy. Well, they immediately bounce back in this series. FaZe is trying to do the same thing once again.
We go. FaZe on the offense in towards A. One player in towards B. It looks like a 1v1. As soon as that fight is decided, it's going to change the face of this opening push. Diamondcon wins the 1v1 on B. So the 3-man hit towards A, you saw them go back and forth. They were waiting for confirmation on the win. Without that, commit to A. See how much damage we can do. And the answer is not a whole lot of damage. NYSL, fantastic hold off the rip.
See him getting caught out. This is actually FaZe just like staying in arc, keeping the pressure on this side of the map, and really just sort of playing for picks. So far, nothing so good, and New York taking full advantage. The spawn trap might be in. They have their work cut out for them if they want to get on defense. They have a ton of kills to make up for, but right now, spawn trap is in. Asim's got A under wraps, and well, Diamondcon and crew, they have the cutoffs to be. New York on point so far on defense.
You saw fast FaZe work, though. I mean, aBeZy went up and down the stairs. Into Tiki he goes, finds the kills. This is unbelievable. He's serving up some shots there from the bar. Onto the B point we go. 22.2 on the clock. There goes the kill. Oh, Clayster, what movement. Not bad for the old thumbs. They managed to land the kills in mid. There's 15 seconds remaining. aBeZy now pushing these players forward. Now trying to buy as much time as possible for the reinforcements to make their way in off spawn. 2 players going through mid now for FaZe. aBeZy has the important job of stopping these players on the backstairs. There's the first. Mack's up next as he comes down the ramp. Here goes aBeZy, still an important job to have, and he just about loses it. Now Mack can allow the push from behind. Arcitys wins another one. 10 seconds on the clock. Still finding these kills. 8 seconds now and counting, and that could be it. Till aBeZy makes his way onto the A point. Once again, stopping the clock, forcing the attention now of NYSL. Can they get the cap on towards A? Chance it's going to be a miracle. But they may just be able to bully this one out, and we're going to force ourselves into a final fight. At 14 for FaZe, 19 for Subliners. It's all going to come down to B.
Big wins by Cellium, though, just to keep things a little bit close. 6.8 on the clock, but the 8 point secured. You get that extra minute. Asim, though, you see the problem. He's got that sort of AC control, so they're going to be spawning out over towards Arden. Well, that's a long way to go to get to this B point. Maybe through the middle of the map. FaZe is sending 3. This is the moment. This is the play they're trying to get through.
Oh boy, nice work from Arcitys Cell with the Krig up close. Not the ideal weapon. The Diamondcon, he's a little bit better in that instance, but he's still going to go down. Still. NYSL will hold. For the time being, all good. You've got 35 seconds on the clock. Nice bit of a poke from Clay. Doesn't need to overpush. Doesn't need to take too much more. His teammates are there to back him up. And here goes Clay once again. Great awareness. In and out he goes, but the team shot comes through. FaZe starting to make their way forward. Still, good defense. Arcitys now, the furthest member forward. Aids are up. Trophies are good. Trophies are gone. Arcitys now, the 20 seconds on the clock, has to win big. Can't quite get it done. The reinforcements rocking up. Diamondcon finds one before being traded out, and here we go. aBeZy onto the point. No lives left for Atlanta. 5 lives remaining for New York. 2-man on the point. You have to make a single play now if you are NYSL. It's almost done. They could well get it. There's the contest. No! The player couldn't get on point! It's a 3-1 in control. Chance he could not have been closer if you tried. What a hold from Atlanta.
I mean, it might have seemed close, but for me, that is just getting bullied out. The number of times New York had bedroom control on defense, and it just gets tossed away eventually. FaZe just so efficient with their trades, and well, they managed to get the 2 guys on point towards the end. The tick progression goes so fast in FaZe. Honestly, what felt like one of the quicker raid controls that we've had, at least from my point of view, but they get that ball rolling, and again for New York, in my mind, that control an absolute must win. It's nice to get the surge, but still, down 2-1 in the series. Got Atlanta FaZe full steam ahead, and again, just the stat lines for you. Clean and easy, across the board, great damage out of everyone from FaZe. And really, probably just not the best game we've seen a control out of Clay. Ordinarily, the man's on point.
Yeah, tough one there for NYSL, but for FaZe, good work. 3-1's not a bad stat line to see there. But now we go to Apocalypse. Before we get there, though, friends, we're going to take a very, very quick commercial break and allow you to gather your thoughts and prepare yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually for a brand new map here in the Call of Duty League. We come back, friends. Exciting game 4 of this series. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. I get mine. You get yours. Who gon' ride? What you do it for? New design. New accord. Yeah. You or die. Yeah. Hey, look, everybody with it. Eyes super heavy. I'm moving steady right through the city. Lifted. My foot up on the gas. Get a better way or watch you on the Michelin. Ties tied away. Better ride that or you swimming with the fishes. Try not to get offended. My spaceship is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. And I tell you what, I would love a pair of those Toronto Ultra kicks. They looked sweet. Someone who doesn't want those shoes is Clayster. Chance, he had a bit of a rough one there in the control, now pondering his thoughts, certainly delving deep into the mind of one of the finest in Call of Duty. But now for the rebound here in Apocalypse. What do they got to do?
Well, this is the interesting question, right? Because I think on Apocalypse, it is just purely an unknown factor. Clayster, well, throughout stage 1, the man was on point, 8th overall best KD in the league. He was on fire, but again, even from what we just saw in that control, he was all right. But if you're trying to beat FaZe, you got to be way better than all right. It is not going to be fun to be down 2-1. It would be a very unfortunate circumstance, man. The second team to ever beat FaZe in Search and Destroy, at least this year. And if you can't get that advantage and turn that into a win throughout the series, it'd be a little bit painful, but this is why Apocalypse is fun, man. We don't know what's going to happen, and if they force that Game 5, I'm a believer. I'm a believer that it can be done, but of course, if you're a FaZe fan, you're feeling very comfortable with that Game 5 in the back pocket.
And again, of the high-level sort of comparisons we're drawing with Apocalypse and Crossroads, you're expecting, you know, faster submachine gun heavy play. Obviously, that sounds like it favors Atlanta FaZe, you know, on paper, but you never know. Here we go, friends. First time in the 2021 Call of Duty League. Apocalypse now in the rotation. Had to get that in there. Shout out the fans. But there we go. It's in the map. It's in the pool. It's now in league play. I cannot wait to search later on today, get Garrison Control 9 times in a row and hope for an Apocalypse. But there you go, baby. Sweet little birdies. I think only we can see that right now, but the observers are having some fun on Apocalypse. Let's get it. First time. Brand new map. Very excited to see how the DLC maps play out here in Cold War and Chance. Well, who you favoring, mate? Who you honestly favoring off the rip?
It would be hard not to pick FaZe in terms of who I'm favoring, but I would say for anyone at home that wants to learn how to play this map, pick whoever you think the best player is. If you're an SMG, Simp or aBeZy is a great guy to look at on the ARs, whoever it's going to be. Watch how they work on the mini-map. See how these rotations play out. The faster you learn this map, the better. And then in league play, you'll just come out aggressive as always. And, well, inside the hill right now, Clayster just gets chopped down. FaZe, nice little hold so far. And keep in mind, where this hill is rotating to, well, that's where Asim is going. He's trying to get the clearance. But Simp is there to keep things nice and stable.
Yeah, this area where Simp is, we call it Courtyard. It's got some statues in there. That'll be the next hard point opening up in just about 20 seconds. Simp, oh boy, breaks the nose of Clayster. Says, hey buddy, how you doing? Arcitys gets some worshipping done on the backside of the temple there, and aBeZy's going to find the kills as well. So, all good in the hood for Atlanta FaZe. They got those left-hand side spawns, but for now, that's not a problem. Here comes NYSL flooding in through the bottom side of the map. They're going to take a lot of shots. They're tagged up heavily. Finally, Asim stops Cellium. Arcitys, though, from top broken position there, watching these players make their way through the front. FaZe with a great hold so far. Now you've got two options really to hit this push. You can make your way through the top side of the map to that right-hand side where Simp is now. We can come through the temple. The jump up by broken is not going to be easy to make your way through. But again, if the flood's on, it's all good. Not a tough, well, not an easy thing to do whatsoever. Tough to defend against. Let's see how they go. 40 seconds left in the hard point. And FaZe haven't dropped a moment.
And you see Asim, how patient he is going to be. The temple spawns coming in for FaZe, though, and up top, the hipfire might connect, but aBeZy wins the gunfight. The hold good so far. Well, now New York maybe trying to flood through the front, but they get chopped down and not quite a full 60. But FaZe is going to be very close to getting all that time in the world. And you see the difficulty of breaking into the hill. One of the dirtiest head glitches potentially in the game. Talk about a power position and a half, and, well, FaZe make good use. The first hill might not have been perfect. The second hill was a lot closer, going into this next hill with about a 25-point lead.
Yep, not a bad start here for Atlanta FaZe. aBeZy down by the trench. We'll find a couple more kills, but not too much more to be had. Back underneath the catwalk we go. It's on Arcitys now to try to hold these players back from barrel. But again, NYSL have got in close. Asim and Mack, they're going to make a lot of noise. Diamondcon backs him up. Oh, big shots. Trades once again. And FaZe comes out on top. You see the sort of back and forth we go. The spree there from Cellium does finally come to an end. 10-5 overall for him. Wonderful work. Now you see Diamondcon here in this top ammo position, the armory. See a hard point float over there in just a moment, but for now, we're still over by the underside of the catwalk. Diamondcon making his way forward. Nice position to be in, can't quite make the full mantle, but it doesn't matter. Asim's going to get those kills. Nice awareness. Great shots onto Cellium. Nice teamwork all round for NYSL. They should be able to get the hold here, but eyes on the minimap. Look at number 3. Simp trying to make the sneaky play. Ew, he's done it. He's managed to get 1 kill. If he gets any more here, he may be able to start trying to make a play in towards the hard point. His teammates have shown up, and there we go. Over towards this next courtyard by Ruins, the big head in the middle there. Some players call it Turtle. Never understand that one. Someone needs to tweet me and tell me why you call that Turtle. But Chance, all good so far for FaZe.
All great so far, I'd say. The pinch was actually in, and maybe another pinch coming through as the split spawns are coming through. Great time to see if FaZe has that spawn awareness, and maybe Simp does. He spotted at least 1 player on the cross, and well, he might just be calling all this out to his teammates, and you can see Arcitys and aBeZy maybe actually didn't get spotted on the cross. 1 player gets taken down, and now bullying from where Simp was. But even still, 30 seconds have gone by. This is the first real attempt at a break they've had, and Mack just gets chopped. In New York, they're having to chalk this up and rotate already. They have so far to go. FaZe right now on point on the brand new map.
Brand new map. Looks like they've been playing it all their lives. Simp's got himself an artillery strike to work with. Again, quite an open map. Lots of places to really play that effectively, but here we go. Over towards the armory. We've got members of FaZe upstairs. Play now making his way in through the back. Nice bit of kills. NYSL flooding the bottom side. All you have to do now is worry about the attack that will come from FaZe. They've got a great spread across the back of the map. Artillery's going to make this a lot easier, I bet. Simp, nice precision placement there. That should force a few players out, if not get the kills out right. And he's going to get Diamondcon. Now the pinch is on. Oh, aBeZy wins another one from the big side of the map to the front. Asim on point he goes. NYSL holding on for dear life here, but the kills come through. FaZe are back on spawn.
And this is just a hill that is incredibly difficult to get through, even with the streaks. Nice angle though, actually, at a Cellium. Gotta write that one down to make sure I keep that in the back of my mind. And now the attack on the hill is here. Simp chops down for the ladder, but Asim in the feed is able to pick up 3. Not good enough though, they needed a little bit more. And the streaks maybe kicked it off towards the start. FaZe breakthrough. Again, a team that is very happy to break through every single hard point in the game.
Oh boy, and back over towards the point we go. The final 10 seconds before we reset the hardpoint rotations to go right back smack bang in the middle of the map. Simp wins a weird one against Clayster, but he gets the kill nonetheless. It's going to be 158 and climbing. We've got Simp sitting towards the top side. Mack and Co now trying to make their way up close. aBeZy's going to find those openers. You've got a nice bit of control now from Atlanta FaZe. The up high position Cellium's in, over by the television room or the interrogation room. Offers him a very, very powerful spot to oscillate back and forth between there and the bookstore. The book room rather, and find those kills. Mack trying to get the pressure on point. Chance 162 and climbing. I don't think the Subliners are out this yet, totally honest. I think they can pull this back, but FaZe are bringing the heat early on.
Yeah, I think I might disagree with you, honestly. I think FaZe are bringing all the heat in the world, right? You're going to have a near 100-point lead after this P1 hill, potentially. And if New York don't break through and flip the spawns, we saw what happened the first go-around on P2. aBeZy is just posted up on the new hill. He's not going to give anything away. They're going to make sure they stay alive and keep those spawns. And New York getting chopped down in the point as well. They got to go on a hike and a half just to try and rotate. Maybe actually, small opening, Clayster might be able to get through the new, but there's a lot of gunfights they're going to need to win, and Clay able to get the first.
But you called it. They need to go on a bit of a hike, and instead of hiking, I think they called an Uber, and now they're there already. Clay's going to be able to do what he can from this spot. Oh, but number 3, once again, Simp, so sneaky. He's in the rugs room. He's in the top side of the temple. Look at him, just chilling, having a moment to himself, a moment of quiet reflection before he unleashes hell from the top side there. He's going to find the first, just make the defense that bit softer, as again, the pinch is now on. Diamondcon can't find him.
Dear.
He's so sneaky. As he continues to play, the break is good from the front, and just like that, Simp's little sneaky moves gives his teammates a very solid foothold here in the hard point. They could get the remaining 20-odd seconds, and that is a great play. NYSL from the top, cut to ribbons. Mack wins it. There's one more player here for the 1v1. Not a chance. Simp, once again, a brilliant Apocalypse hard point from him.
I mean, that's just example number like 35, it seems like, of why FaZe is so strong. It's not just the overall skill cap or skill ceiling that this team has. They can even make the smart plays as well. Simp, absolutely next level. Even the positioning, just for the player that tried to trade him out, just couldn't find a behind the pillar. Advanced stuff coming out, but maybe on New York trying to get that ball rolling, trying to make it happen here. Asim, headset cranked, able to find that first kill. Slides coming out in front of him. FaZe able to get the trades, able to get New York off the point, at least for the moment.
Brown doing what they can. Diamondcon with the trade there. Clay's already on the point. Nice bit of work. See if they can hold on to this one again. 220 is a lot to come back from, and FaZe are a devastatingly strong team, but let's see what NYSL have got. It's not over yet. aBeZy on the aggressive push forward. Asim, brilliant work once again. 19-17 overall, but man, he is shooting hot tonight. Mack finds another good one. Arcitys. Slow and steady approach towards this next hard point, and as you can see on the rotation already, it's a heavy, heavy stack. NYSL are going to win the fight. They should have control for next. Right off the rip. FaZe spawning by Temple, now with a long run ahead of them. It's a nice kill on the Clayster. Another few seconds will go their way on the hard point, and every little helps them right now. How well can New York hold on to this hard point, though, when it flips open, Chance? That is the question.
Well, FaZe has been on point with their breaks, and they get one more break on a hill, and they win the game right now. You got Asim inside the point, doing what he can, and well, his teammates are there for the trades as well. Number 4 in the minimap, aBeZy, trying to stay alive and potentially block some of these spawns. You can actually see Diamondcon trying to wall bang him. New York hunts him down. And still alive so far, chipping away at this lead. Well, you can actually tell FaZe kind of feels that pressure. They're sending these 3 players on the flank. They're basically trying to rotate from new, and they're doing this with 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, aBeZy, though, able to make a break on his own potentially here. Nice shots into us. Oh my god, into Asim, nice shots. Does get the kill, trying to keep him pinned in that courtyard. Trying to hold him in position so they can't make it over towards the next hard point. Arcitys is already on his way over. It is going to be on to Clay, who wins the gunfight, and that's going to be that. You still have a little bit of time going the way of FaZe for now. Again, the final 10 seconds. But all that scrap time adds up, and they can win the game off of scrap time. NYSL know that, and they do not want to let this one go. Towards the armory we go. Cellium trying to make the approach from down low, cut down, and Chance once again. It's New York in the point first.
Oh, this is job so well done in the point first, and obviously dealing with all the pressure in the world. Now, of course, those spawns are going to flimp right now, so you got to respond with the pressure. Asim doing exactly that. Clay can't find the kill, but his teammates still nearby for the trades. We know this hill is difficult to break, and again, you get one more. FaZe 6 seconds. That is all they need, and they're making their move.
Here goes Arcitys. He can make it work out. Mack wins the gunfight. Other trade's going to be there. Cellium now making his way forward as well. Simp leading the charge. Into the bottom of the armory they go, and it's a bloodbath. It's one clean break was all they needed. Arcitys now watching the street for the reinforcements, and with that, Atlanta FaZe, they do it in map number 4. That's the series 3-1, and FaZe looking just as dangerous. The DLC map dreams maybe dead for now for NYSL, Chance, but not a bad look from FaZe. It's fist bumps all round. And for NYSL, a tough loss, very, very close at times. You got to hand it to our current reigning champs.
You got to hand it to the reigning champs, man. Even on the new maps, looking pretty good. And that is the scary thing about this team. Best search and destroy team in the game. Even when they falter in the game 2, doesn't make a single bit of difference. They win all the respawns anyway. Forced to be reckoned with, and just showing off the apocalypse. If you thought that the 2-0 record they had on Crossroads, taking that out was going to be a problem for them, well, probably not. Clean and easy for them is, again, just 5k damage plus for Cellium. Feasted on them. Just across the board, everybody putting in work for FaZe. Efficient work to get the job done.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. Again, Cellium, shout out to him, picking up a lot of damage. We saw some very nerdy spots, great map awareness already right off the rip. Very excited to see more Apocalypse throughout the league, and that's your first taste, and it was succulent at best. Love it. There we go. So, with our series now done, we are going to be looking at our Scuff Player of the Game in just a moment, but it's not actually from this Apocalypse game. It was from the Control. We love that Control round, that final moment of that big win chance. We saw FaZe go huge. I know it's from the past, my friend, but walk us through this one.
I mean, this is really just the battle of the trades that you're going to have. The bait actually for Mack is perfect because Diamondcon picks up 2, but all the other ARs lost their gunfights. Asim and Clayster both fall. You get the 2 bodies on point. And at this point, it's basically just a foot race. Everyone spawns out back laundry. I mean, this might be a situation that we see later on. All the AR players might need to just flip through 74U, pull out the speed grip because you just don't have time to get there. And you see the Stag getting the job done for FaZe to make sure they get that offensive round win. But job well done. Altering the S&D doesn't make a difference for them. They'll take the 3-1.
They'll take the 3-1, but there it was. We saw them get the win on Apocalypse. Very exciting to see more Apocalypse. I can't wait. I'm also going to be running League Play probably all night, and I'm looking forward to playing it more myself. But there we go. So we will be looking at the schedules now for these teams. That's their first match done of Stage 2. For Atlanta FaZe, coming up next, it's going to be the home series. Hosts themselves, the Toronto Ultra. After that, LA Thieves, Guerrillas, and of course the new London Royal Ravens coming up on April 4th. Excited to see how that one goes down again. For Atlanta FaZe, FaZe a delightful start against the New York Subliners, 3-1 so far. Now, of course, we looked at the Subliners earlier on today, but now with the updated scores for the Subliners, Chance, does it get any easier now that you've had FaZe in the first game?
Well, I mean, by default, yeah, it absolutely does get easier, but not by a lot. That is still some ferocious teams. Again, we have the LA Thieves that are making some gun switch changes. Kenny now rocking the SMG. That's going to be interesting. Guerrillas, honestly, one of the better teams to take down these teams towards the top because of how good their search has been. But it does get easy for New York, so a lot to be desired, but they got to make sure they keep their heads in it because this might be a tough loss for them to have.
That one indeed. Well, lots of fun to be had here throughout the Call of Duty League. Don't forget, if you link your accounts, you can watch and earn throughout all of Stage 2. We're giving out tons of weapon XP tokens and double XP tokens all the time. I mean, I am loaded right now because basically what I do is I keep, while we're actually casting it, I've got another tab open on my PC with the game loaded on YouTube. And I'm just reaping the rewards. I'm just constantly racking in things, weapon charms, different skins, all sorts of cool things. There's more to come throughout the season, my friends. We cannot wait. But with that, we say goodbye to the end of this series and we say hello to me chatting to Arcitys after this one. And I'm very excited to hear from the man himself and that 3-1 victory over NYSL. From myself and Chance, take a quick break. We'll see you later.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuf, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Welcome to your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I am joined by the one and only Arcitys, dude. Congratulations, well done. It was a big win. You got to be feeling great.
What'd you say? Sorry. Tyler's in my ear.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying, look, congrats on the win. Congrats, you did great there, man. Let's just go to the next question. You got to be feeling good. So tell me a little bit about the meta change and what that's done for the team, and tell me a little bit about the new maps and the rotation, because you're looking good on them.
I mean, the new meta change it's something me and Cell been asking for a while. We want to run Krigs. Unfortunately, there's the QBZs, whatever. But we both want to run Krigs. I got thrown into a QBZ role, but it's whatever. I'm not complaining. And we've been focusing these maps a lot ever since Major 1 finished. And we've just been trying to get better and better. Obviously, we're trying things in that Express. It's the only reason Clay took a map off us. I'm kidding. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying the meta right now.
Yeah, it looks good, man. You're looking really comfortable again, like we were talking just beforehand, but on Express, like, you got to, like, put your feet up at times. The boys were flying. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah, they're fine. They're flying a little too much, though, you know? Like, we're dying a little early on defense. We want to see how Clay reacted if we just left the bomb side open, and he's a vet. He took over. He knew. He knew to just keep going on that bomb site.
He did know, dude. We love that. All right, cool. So tell me a bit about like the motivation, because you guys obviously you won Major 1 pretty comfy. Like it was a solid victory. You made it look really easy. Yeah. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay on top of your game? How do you stay one step ahead of everyone else?
I mean, we just like I said, as soon as Major 1 finished, we heard these maps coming in. We're like, we gotta like pick it up. We gotta get hard, because Chris had a vacation or something to do for a little bit. So obviously, control after Major 1 was our biggest problem we want to work on. And winning that 3-1 versus New York, which is a really good raid control team, it felt great. But obviously, playing with these guys in BO4, we went back to back at the end of the year, and I know what we could do, and we all know what we could do, and we want to get even farther.
Right on. Well, you're looking good so far. Cannot complain whatsoever. Anything you want to say to the fans, your friends back home? The floor is yours, dude.
H4F.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. Nah, thank you for all the support, all the OpTic fans too. Even I'm on another team, like they're showing love. I appreciate it, and it helps me every day. Thank you, guys.
Right on, man. Right on. Thank you very, very much, Arcitys. Congrats again on the big 3-1. Looking forward to seeing more of you here in Stage 2.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, that's that. We've done one series so far in the day. We have one more to go. When we come back after this break, it's even more Call of Duty League action coming your way. Get yourself a drink, feet up. We're not done yet. See you after the break.
Pulled up with the cups and the cake. Count a few bucks when the money inflates. I ain't in a rush cause we did it my way. But there's money right here, so you better not trip. Oh, yeah. Shawty don't trip, yeah. Shawty don't trip, check. Shawty don't, ayy, yeah. Shawty don't trip, shawty don't trip, yeah. Shawty don't trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It is now time for our final match of the day, the Florida Mutineers versus Seattle Surge. This should be a very fun one, a rematch. Last time these two teams faced each other, it was back in Major 1 in the lower bracket. Now, a shot of redemption for our boys Seattle, but a lot of improvement we've seen from the Florida Mutineers. Chance, this should be a good one.
It should be a good one, but this is also sort of, in my mind, a make it or break it stage 2 right now for both of these teams. Neither had success, at least in like the regular season portion, the group play of it. But at least for Florida, the positive takeaways is they bounce back in the tournament and won more series there than they did in group. They need to keep that momentum train going. And then for Seattle, they just need to start getting some wins, man. I think 1-5, 1-6 record overall. They've been on the struggle bus, the entire year so far.
Well, now we'll see just how far these series can go. And again, for Seattle, a win would be great, obviously. But for their rivals, the Florida Mutineers, in this nautical head-to-head, we'll see who comes out on top. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Mutineers.
The dictionary defines redemption as the deliverance of persons or things from the possession and power of captors.
It is a 3-0 victory over the Florida Mutineers.
As the act of making something better. As the act of making up for a loss.
It is over, and that is a shocker for the Mutineers.
We define it as inevitable. You can count our KD. You can count our headshots. You can count our hill time. What you can't do is count us out.
Florida Mutineers on the up and up. We take a look at that roster. Awakening, Skies, Slacked, and Neptune. A team that is honestly going from strength to strength. They've had their moments against big teams, but ultimately, for what was a bit of a shaky start at the beginning of the season, Chance, I mean, honestly, I think this squad has got very, very high potential.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I think there's people that had these guys in like their top 4 in power rankings at the start of the year. They just did not show out at stage 1. But again, the tournament that they had, once they had those like the tournament energy that you bring to the table, they look quite a bit better than they did through group play. They need to continue that. They need to make sure they treat this entire stage in the same way they had the tournament. Make sure every single match, you just come out with the fire, which is obvious to say, but for some teams, it can be a struggle. If they can start to hit form, that's going to be great. But if they keep the struggle a little bit more, again, there's already teams making roster changes. It's something at least that'll be in the back of these guys' minds. But if they turn up today and it leads through stage 2, they'll be perfectly fine.
Well, let's see if they can get it done. A team that has had a couple of struggles so far, but a full solid week to practice, learn from mistakes, apply it to their game and improve. Let's see if they can get it done and put on a big show for us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Seattle Surge.
Finds the first. Assault's in trouble. Prestinni looking dangerous. Such aggression right now.
Octane, he's just ripping through the entirety of the Guerrillas. Wow. They line up in front of him, Loony. The angle. What is that? He got the kill. Are you kidding me? Now Seattle's inside. 249, 249. Seattle won!
Seattle Surge now looking to turn their frown upside down. Octane, Prestinni, Loony, and Gunless, 4 fantastic players who certainly have the makeup of a brilliant team, but we're sort of seeing a little struggle here or there. But again, plenty of practice had in the last week. Chance, I'm excited to see if they can make this Big old comeback. Because imagine what the headlines will read when Seattle Surge take over the league.
I mean, if that happens, that would be absolutely crazy. The number of memes that you could call back to just from this past year alone would be ridiculous, but they absolutely have their work cut out for them. Again, even just thinking about the two groups that we have in the league right now, there are no easy matches for this team at all. They need to come out hot again. It's so obvious to say, but it matters so much because this was a team we even said at the very start of the year. If they start to falter and get in their heads, this is a team that might end up collapsing. So this bounce back, it needs to happen right now.
Chance, the game fuel keys to victory now for Seattle Surge. New meta, new you. What do I mean by that, my friend?
Well, the new meta, I mean, again, the thing with the XM4 is everyone kind of felt like it was a do-it-all gun. There was not a situation that was going to be bad. Now that the QBZ and the Crimsix are going to be used a little bit more, if anything, again, SMG players are going to love that little help, but even more importantly, the AR players, well, some are going to suffer and some are going to thrive. And if I'm thinking about Octane and Gunless, I'm thinking these are two players that should thrive when the weapon is a little bit more difficult to use.
The other point there, practice as you play. I mean, we've talked about this before. I mean, Octane, I'm a big fan. I watch his YouTube content. He says that the practice is going great, but they can't quite bring it in game. Now for the Florida Mutineers, Chance, their keys to victory.
I mean, I think that they continue to show you improvements, right? That is basically bringing that tournament energy to the game. And, well, the choose violence. Wake up and make sure you're ready to go. The last two times these guys played was actually losers round one of the first major that we had. And it was the ARs on the side of Florida that absolutely dominated. You had Awakening that threw up a 1.31 KD. Skies was right there with them with a 1.33. Look at the ARs on the flip side. Octane and Gunless, 0.91 and 0.87 respectively. So the AR show up again today. Again, we keep talking about that weapon meta. For Florida, they're going to be good to go. Take it further in the maps modes. Obviously, wonderful to see the DLC maps getting some work for the game 1 and game 5, but that checkmate sweep we have in the middle, at least for the search and destroy, it is going to be a run back. We've seen these two teams play against each other, and Miles, it went to a round 11.
A round 11, but here we go. What should be another fun series, some more apocalypse for your eyeballs, and a bit of a search and destroy and express at the end. But yeah, man, a checkmate sweep. We've seen these teams go against each other, and it's always been fun. Will it be the case today? As we now load into Apocalypse, we head over to Laos. This big old temple, there's like some weird, I don't know, there's like a treasure room. There's some people hoarding weapons and ammunition. There's a fighting ring. I mean, this is like a dangerous place to be in 1984. And it just became that bit more dangerous as Seattle Surge and the Florida Mutineers have just loaded onto the map. But here we go, brother. Another Apocalypse. 2 in 1 day? Apocalyptic stuff. Wah, wah. Here we go.
I got the Rise of the Valkyries playing in the background now as the helicopters make their approach to the map. But, I mean, either way, I think any takeaways we had from this map, from what we saw early on, is just how important that really second hill seems to be. So Florida, well, they got the better spawns early on. Long term, you know they're going to be wanting to hold it, and well, striking for at least the first blood in the point. You actually have Seattle getting the kills.
Yeah, nice bit of work from Seattle right off the rip. Sky is getting involved though. Ooh, Octane landing the shots from up high, and again, looking to see those rotations over that top right-hand side of the map towards the little courtyard statue room area. Prestinni's already got eyes on it, knowing full well Slack's coming that way. Nice nade, even better shots. Lovely work from Prestinni. That's going to be the hard point still in the hands of Seattle Surge. The spawns have now finally flipped. 2 members now of Florida Mutineers on the left-hand side of the map. Prestinni, once again, keeping this run going, man. He is looking hot so far. He knows full well that Skies is going to be coming up, but again, that rug room to the left-hand side, very sneaky. And Prestinni, even sneakier. Oh, wait, no, maybe. Shots are there. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? He gets it.
I mean, he gets it, but he's also getting hunted down while this happens. We saw Simp trying to stay alive, Prestinni trying to do the same, can't quite do it, but at the same time, as far as the rotation goes, you actually have enough time for Seattle to get towards the new hill. Octane, the last one alive, and he gets chopped down. Successful is Florida gonna be? Well, maybe. I say that maybe a little bit too soon. Seattle actually pouring on the pressure towards the hill. Prestinni still leading the charge, 7 kills to his name. In doing this from the front, just keeping these players out of time, and maybe holding it from here, well, first time we've seen it, Miles. Seattle putting in the work.
Oh, baby, putting in the work in a big way. Prestinni with the perfect movement. 30 seconds remaining on this hard point. Keeps the streaks going. He's on a 3 spree right now. He's at 8-2 overall. One of the biggest criticisms of Prestinni as a player is that he's slightly inconsistent, but right now he is truly unstoppable. Wonderful start here from Seattle Surge. Florida, they don't seem to know left from their right at this point in time on Apocalypse, but plenty of time to turn that one around. Loony, if it was a hard point, he goes. Prestinni's going to find another 2 kills to the Krig. The man can simply do it all. It's 5 in a row right now. Looking to just keep a hold of this one. That lovely Seattle Surge skin with the kick equipped. Gunless is going to find 2 on point. And Chance, this is a delightful start from Seattle.
Delightful start. I mean, they're blocking spawns. They know exactly where they need to look. And Prestinni now just 1 kill away. At least it should be. Towards that artillery. He's certainly thinking about it. Got to get some bodies in the hill, though. He actually had Gunless push out just a little bit to watch that outer lane, but you can see he's picking up the kills, putting in the work. While the trades come through, you see Awakening working himself through the catwalk. The pinch is coming in through the trenches, and Prestinni is just fighting tooth and nail. He just wants this kill to come through. He hunts it down, but the beat down from Skies, no streaks, no hill time. Florida trying to get back into this game.
Now we finally see Seattle on the back foot for a moment. It'd be a great time now to go for an Astro Gaming listen in with Seattle Surge.
Let's see the guy. Yo, one getting elbow. One on old Caesar. Old Caesar weak. They spawned at CT. They spawned at CT. What if?
Nah, I hear some.
Oh yeah, that might be my hand broken. I'm trying to pick it up. Elbow. I don't have broken yet. I real front. Right now.
What's it be?
Elbow and coop.
Elbow. They have a trophy. I'm taking her out.
Elbow. Got one.
That was coop.
That's top of the hill. One is elbow still.
I'm coming up.
Go around. We can't just look front.
Yeah, one is elbow to the left.
Coop's guys.
Okay, here. I'm P3 right now.
I think he's just shouldering time. I'm pretty sure he's
just
going to
middle.
Go around mid. Don't feed. Go around mid.
Coop stop peeking.
I'm behind Coop.
Coop dead. Come on.
I don't know. I'm waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm playing up.
How do you
Elbow one time.
He's gonna go useless.
He might be flanking Coop.
Turn front. Good. I'm only Coop.
No, one's already going top TV.
One top TV right now.
Double top TV on me. They double top TV.
Top TV there. I got one.
One more. There's one more. Double. I got one.
Yeah, and Coop too.
You went Coop.
I'm
looking Coop.
Backing up. One purple.
Chance, the comms from Seattle Surge. The breaks are good. They are looking very organized on Apocalypse.
Yeah, I would say at the start it seemed like they were struggling to get some information. That's where Gunless is going. I was like, hey, they could be here. We're really not sure. But once you got players like Loony figuring out where the spawns are coming through, then they're on point. And keep in mind, Gunless right now on a 5 spree. So where Prestinni wasn't able to get the streaks, Gunless might be able to thrive. And if not there, I mean, inside the hill, this is just such a good hold so far. 20 seconds already gone by. And frankly, just how far away Florida is. Awakening just waiting a year and a half for his teammates to get in position.
And this is not what you like to see out of Big Wake. 3-12 overall for a player that we have so rightly feared. He is looking a little soft on Apocalypse so far. Gunless, Prestinni in the point. Octane winning the big gunfights upstairs. Slacks is finally able to hit the ladder. Now we come into the point. Bringing the SMGs forward. Prestinni, baby! He finds 2 more right like that. Loony's getting the kills as well. And Seattle, unshakable, unbreakable. No hard point takeable for the Mutineers.
Not takeable right now, but at least inside the new, Florida is just trying to get some life going. I mean, it's one of those things. It's not fun being down by 70 points for the moment, but if you got a player on your team that usually fries that was 3-12, if he starts to pick it up just a little bit, they might be back in the action. Awakening popping up in the kill feed just for a moment, but Prestinni has been there all day long, can only find one, and Awakening, there you go. Maybe heating up just a little bit, hill time good. That 70-point lead cut down to about 50. You can just see Florida struggling to get this time.
Yeah, right now it's just regular Awakening. Looking forward to the big wake. Show up. Not yet. Florida fans, the world over, not loving what they're seeing. And the Seattle Surge, I mean, they are on the front foot every step of the way. Octane here from this back position, front side of Temple, watching those players overextending, should they choose to get in towards the second hard point. Loony up through top broken. Big Wake gets the trades. Octane now making his way forward in the treasure room, and what a treasure he is. 14-9 overall. Prestinni finding kills across the map as well, and Octane, he just had to win one more. He had to win one more to make that perfect, but now Slack's going to make his way through top side of the Temple. Broken is now an option as well for the push from Florida. You've got all these players from Seattle on point. Here comes the push. Neptune's going to try to lead it. Loony with a jump shot. Prestinni lying in wait. And here comes the charge from Mutineers. Straight into the jaws of Prestinni. That's going to be the 2. Neptune may find 1, but it matters not. As Prestinni finds his 5th in a row, he is 21-6. The man is a monster.
I mean, he has, I think right now, one of the lowest KDs in the league. This single game might bump him up quite a bit. On a tear for the moment. The next one's coming through. Finally gets chopped down. But for Seattle, a 90, make it 100-point lead in the books. And that is twice now on this P2 hill, where they're basically holding it from the front. They never really secured those temple spawns. Never quite got the hole, but it doesn't make a difference. Dominating on this hill and dominating on the scoreboard right now. Florida Mutineers simply can just not find their footing.
They just can't find a thing here on Apocalypse. It truly is the end. Nice nade from Skies. Blows Loony clean out of TVs, but Gunless. It was easy for him. Skies is getting involved. Does manage to land it. Neptune's going to hit the back now, but they're all tagged up. They have to slow down the push. Octane's still holding the point. Big shots into Neptune again, just buying time. Wonderful awareness. Sadly, Loony gets in the way there, but hey, man, get out of the way. When Octane is on a run, Octane is on a run. Chance we could see it end here. Do we see the Mutineers with a decent break to get it done? But they got to go, and they got to go now.
They gotta go, and they got the split spawns as well, so maybe the opportunity just to fight and stay alive. I take that back. Octane with 3, Loony for the cleanup. God damn, if that might not just be the game. 24-7, by the way, from him. Octane not too far behind. Talk about the weapon meta getting switched. Well, Prestinni might just be loving it. His teammates certainly gonna follow suit. Not quite able to close the game out here, but set up on this statue hill. Geared up and ready to go. Seattle just trying to end this one, put it in the bag.
10 for the win. Skies is trying to make the break from the front. Here comes the players through elbow as well. Gunless is the last one left there, and again, a little bit of friendly fire in the chicken coop. Prestinni, baby! He's been the hero all map long. Neptune's just going to put him down, but Loony's going to be there to grab the time. Seattle Surge, what a massive, massive win to start the series off.
And look, man, you mentioned that it was talked about, like, in scrims this team can perform. They haven't been able to translate, where there's the translation. One of the worst respawn records in the league right now. That is a dominant way to get stage 2 started.
Woohoo! There you go, Seattle. What a win that was against your Floridian rivals. I was trying to think of a watery reference there, but we won't need that one. 1-0 so far in the series. A quick look at those stats, and oh boy, 4K for Prestinni. A massive, massive map out of him. Not just like our big kills, picking up the trades or whatever, but the rotation gunfights, man. Like those clutch kills and the last player making the push to make sure that you get the remaining 10 scrap time. All those little things added up. Prestinni just had an absolute blinder.
And I would say, if anything, specifically for Apocalypse, what we saw from FaZe and York Subliners was whoever gets those temple spawns for P2, gonna dominate and basically get the full 60. Seattle said, nah, that's not how we do it in scrims. Even if we're not able to quite get that back temple control, as long as you get the hill pressure there, well, Prestinni shows you what he can do. I think the walking 3-piece effectively on that hill. And Seattle looking good, man. That is their 4th hardpoint win all year. The last time they played against Florida, they got beat on all 3 respawns. And again, that was sheer dominance on Apocalypse.
Dominance. Now, I do believe we have a little stat check now for Prestinni. There we go, 4th in time. Also, in 25 games, he's had a KD above 1.0, so that is massive, dude. Like, in 25 games, Prestinni's not been having the best of runs. You touched upon a chance that he's been at the bottom of the leaderboard so far. Man, that series, that map, this whole series could shoot him right up that one. All right, friends, Apocalypse is done. We're going to go to checkmate now for a triple dose of Search, Hardpoint, and even a control in the middle there. We'll be right back after this break.
Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL 2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. Coming into the 2021 season with a statement after 3-0 over the LA Thieves.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty League, friends. We're here in the Toronto home series, and we're going to have a quick look at the pick'em leaderboard of the talent in. And I don't want to talk about this, Chance. I've dropped off quite a bit, mate, but you're at least doing a bit better than I am.
Oh man, mind the gap, Lando. That is such just a disgustingly large lead. That is not ideal. I definitely want to work my way up in that one, but credit where credit is due. Lando and Studdy as the duo, dominant right now in the pick'ems. Miles, we absolutely have our work cut out for us. I will say, though, we do have the best average.
Yeah, we do. I'm good so far today. I'm not perfect, but it's going well so far. I think, to be totally honest, Seattle Surge are going to completely ruin that for me right now, the way they're playing. But hey, who knows? Again, Lando had a very lucky major bracket. Lucky. Lando, if you're hearing, if you're listening, keep that up all year. I doubt you can. It was a good call, mate. But well done either way to all of our colleagues. Everyone's looking great so far in the pick'ems. I hope you're doing good in the pick'ems as well. We periodically check at the overall standings. And again, we're handing out prizes all year long. Be sure to get involved. Very, very interested to see how it closes out. Because again, some of you are actually oddly psychic when it comes to predicting these results. In we go now to our Checkmate, Search and Destroy. And by the end of this series, I'm telling you, Rab, I'm coming for your neck, baby. I'm coming for your neck. Them keys to victory were correct. We'll see how it goes at the end of this one. Search on its way, Chance. We go back to Checkmate. The DLC maps are done for now before we get back to that Game 5. And I wonder who's going to be solid here on Old Faithful Checkmate.
Well, again, this is the one map where they're just running it back. It went to round 11 last two times these guys played it. It was actually Seattle that clutched up in the round 11, and Loony was responsible for it. I think went 13-6, 14-6, something along those lines. Had a fantastic performance just to get him over the edge. But hey, if Seattle can turn around the respawn, we'll see if Florida try to do the same thing with their search. Well, normal strat so far. Nice aggressive defensive setup. Prestinni making moves up towards this wood stacks.
Stacks are up. Neptune down low. A nice two. He gets out with his life. The movement from Neptune as of recent has been a delight. Gunless hasn't got a clue. Neptune. Oh boy. Well, it's a 1v2. The man almost picked up an ace, and god damn, he is something fierce. Florida. What an opening round.
What a very quick opening round as well. We'll be able to look at the best play, just hunting these players down under the plane. Neptune gets the call, make the move. I think it might have been slacked in the back of the map that got the nade on Prestinni, but Neptune gets told to go hunting. Successful with 3 quick kills, and information on Octane obviously useful. Nice way to start out the round, getting that offensive win.
I actually spent, I was in his stream late last night watching him play, and I watched him play this map in particular just in league play, and I was deeply impressed by Neptune's individual skill. His movement, his shot, everything is so on point. We were all singing the praise of Big Wake, man. We were like, you know, he's the guy on this map, but Neptune's coming for that crown. Let's see what Seattle have got on offense now. It's a slow push. Towards that B-bomb site. Slow peek here from Octane. Great position to be in again. That fin of the plane, so that flap doesn't protect you too much, but it does give you a nice little bit of an advantage on the peak. Neptune in top plane, Sky's there by the back. Expecting to see some kills here. Prestinni making his way forward, trying to get involved in the fight. Neptune with a nice tag, beautiful shots and through the wall there. The QBZ getting it done. First blood chance.
First blood, this is just all AR gunfights from distance, or Neptune trying to get up close. Shuts down Prestinni as well. They get 5 and 1 for him, and well towards the top of the plane. Gunless still exists in this area, but if you try to go through the front, we know Neptune is sitting there waiting. And A Street control still in the hands of Awakening. Florida knows what the deal is, knows to be patient. Neptune again, he does not need to leave this spot.
If he moves. Oh, Octane. The cross comes through. Gunless is backing him up. Neptune. No problem whatsoever. Florida. Another round. And this is Neptune's plane, man. Everyone was talking about Asim being the captain. He's taken this one by the scruff of the neck. And he's just running with it. Neptune, how many kills could he wind up with by the end of this one? Awakening, well, he landed up on double digits, three games out of what, 4? I think, honestly, Neptune could be on the run for that.
I mean, he's on pace. If they get this 6-0, he's going to get 18 kills at the rate he's going. Obviously, not very likely that that's going to happen, let alone the 6-0. Not getting 3 kills per round, but man's been on point so far. And again, first round, hyper aggressive with the sub, getting underneath the plane, making the plays. Next time, just post it up with the QBZ inside. And can mix it up. He has put the time in search and destroy. Can't quite find a pick on Gunless. Well, you see the stagnant plays from both teams right now. Everyone is looking for that first blood.
3 in a row. Neptune's already on the prowl, looking to make his way forward. Again, the defenders, they're not entirely aware that he could be making the push here, but that nade is certainly going to ring the gong and let them know that something is afoot. Slack and Awakening making their way towards that B-bomb site. Not a lot of coverage in there again from Seattle, but you do have players down low. That's what they're more worried about. That's where the picks are going to be coming from. A Loony. Oh, you could smell something was up, and it was Neptune. A nice first blood from Prestinni as well, so it's a great advantage right now, 4-2. Meanwhile, Big Wake. Shots are up. Not able to do too much. But again, the bait and switch on this map is fantastic. That's going to be another one from Skies. Oh boy, Awakening now in a 1v3. Prestinni wins another nice one. What can Awakening do? He's got top plane position. Just under 30 seconds remaining in this round. He has to grab the bomb. Try to make something work. Chance. 15 on the clock. No one from Seattle's going to move. What can he do?
Finds the first, but now it's about that foot race to get the bomb, and frankly, not even a good enough attempt. Not a great situation for him to be in. In Awakening, it kind of freaks me out every time. He is just so willing to make noise. He's got the YY action, shades of Kenny from World War II. Just no hesitation. He keeps his fingers warm, but big plays down low. Prestinni with the trades, but even the opening kill. Loony getting that first blood on Neptune. Just nice reads down on the A Street. Nice defensive round win for Seattle to get. Trying to bounce back. A little bit momentum in their way. There's a couple players able to find their first kill.
Again, you finally take care of Neptune in that round. With his QBC has just been lethal. You know, we've seen him run subs on this map, and he's just making this new meta work out for him again. Same could be said, though, for Seattle Surge. It's 4-2 for Octane. We saw Prestinni in that first map go huge. So far, nice bit of work. It's going to dodge the nade handedly. Great position to be in. It's a heavy stack on B. Dude, there's a lot of people in this plane. They are not adhering to social distancing guidelines. The kills are going to come through. The bomb's going to go down on B. It's a 3v2. Florida now have to hit the defuse. And this is going to make that real hard. Oh my god, Neptune is fearless. That jump shot, man, that gave me the heebie-jeebies. And he's going straight back in. He's like, I'm going to get B-bomb. I'm going to get it. Cover me. Awakening's on the other side of the wing. Here comes the pinch. Gunless has just moved to the back plane. He could possibly find the angle. He does. Nice shots from Gunless. Great play. That could be the round. Awakening can deal some damage, but it's another 1v3. Good kills. 15 seconds left. A win on Loony would be stupid, but again, time is not his friend. Awakening, you got to go. There it is. Surge with another good round.
And just nowhere for him to go. Honestly, just a really nice setup coming out from Seattle, too, as well. The bullying out to the bomb site is nicely done. No one's getting shot through the walls in office. They just come through the other corridor. And as soon as they get this site control, Prestinni's showing off a nice angle. The prone shots on the guy in the back, but after that, it's literally just leave one man in the plane, have 2 AR players on the other sides, all the way back in your spawn, just looking at the wings for coverage. This little setup coming through. Post-pan positioning on point to tie things up 2-2, and well, nice little mix of offense and defense wins as well.
Spicy bit of checkmate. I must admit, there's something nice about watching these old familiar maps. I say old familiar maps. I mean, we're in stage 2, for God's sake. Neptune still. aBeZy's out for now. 74U. Bait and switch. Love to see it. Perfect nade placement. Prestinni, though. Oh my god, Neptune's movement. He just gets in under the comfort zone. So in the personal space of these players. He's gone from strength to strength. I'm telling you, man, it's the Halo kids. It's the movement. They're so dangerous. 3v3, though. Gunless. Nice tags. Slack, oh my god, he took a lot of shots. Skies pokes his eyes out. Neptune could peek this one. Keep his players safe in this bomb going down now on B. That's going to be a 3v2. Octane in from behind. Nice shots onto Neptune. Makes it a little safer. Slack's going to take the shot. Octane gets it. And Loony finds the kill on the back end. A great retake from Surge.
Oh my god, quick and easy too. Eventually, I was going to say Skies is doing a nice job of getting the kills on Gunless, who likes to play the same spot, but then the retake just on point. Probably give a shout out to whoever the engineer players from the Surge. I'm pretty sure it's Loony. Octane just knowing full well he can get that nade on site for free and waste no time getting the final kill. I also appreciate getting the delay for the defuse to make sure the best play doesn't include it as well. Who cares more about the trophy system, but, you know, I'll take the quicker best play as well.
Mate, you are not wrong. That's 2 trophies ready for the next round there, Octane. Great play. No trophy on the B-bomb here. Slack doesn't have a chance. Big damage, great slide. Octane, huge play. Great stuff all round. Now, you talked about it in the last round, Chance. We have this sort of mix-up between the offensive and defensive round wins. And okay, there's the trophies again. Skies only has 1. You got 3 ready to go there for Seattle Surge. And off the rip, now we go. Yeah, very interesting. Talk about that later. Maybe in the DMs.
Either way, talk about things that are interesting. This might actually be one of the only A hits we've actually seen with the bomb. Loony, I mean, he's thinking about it. He got the shots coming through just to clear outside. If you can get this down straight away, well, he's not even going to do that. Take out the player and exit. And yeah, now you can just wrap this bomb back to B point for free. Slack is effectively by himself. In Seattle, they got options.
Super smart, man. Loony knows he can't exactly cross the street there. He's got Awakening sitting in the side of 2, watching that cross. But Slack's on the bomb site is going to be the last lone defender there. And if you can overwhelm him, right now Seattle is just waiting for Florida to make that mistake. This is a whole new Seattle Surge. Pressure on towards that site. Awakening has to back on up. 10 HP, the 2-man push on both sides of the map now. Here comes a 2-man hit through the side of the plane. Slacked, if they can overwhelm him, yeah, it's going to be a B hit. Slack doesn't exactly know it, but the timing is quite good. They're going to be able to take over plane. Prestinni, great shots. Takes Slack now to the last player left alive. In a technical 1 versus 4, he gets Octane. This is going to be hard. There's 30 seconds remaining. Gunless is going to nail it. And Surge, wonderful round of search and destroy, man. Ballsy play. It really paid off for him.
I really like the bag of tricks as well. You can just see how difficult it actually is to get the bomb planted at his A. And I think it took Loony and Octane sort of bait and switching just to get Awakening originally out of that tube area. And, well, even then, you still have to find a bunch of kills before you can get the bomb down. But, hey, they went to the drawing boards, pulled out a nice little strat out of the bag. And, well, that is 4 rounds in a row, if I remember correctly. Or did it go 2-2 and 2? I think it went 2-2 and 2.
He's going for the bit of the A hit now. Oh, Loony, though, just managed to slip through and deal the damage. That's a nice opening trade from either side. 3v3 now. Prestinni's going to back on up. Again, heavy defense towards that A side. This guy's powerful AR in this position, but smart enough to know that he can't take 2 of those players out. One of them being Gunless as well. So a very, very smart move there from Mr. Bueno. And we are still going to keep that presence over towards A, but it's a perfect 3v3 right now. You see that mini-map. They are well spread across the map. Seattle there on the defense, looking to make sure that no one overextends too far. You have eyes on the A-bomb site, eyes on the plane. And that player number 4 there, that's going to be Gunless. His job is to make sure that no one cuts underneath. And it could well be the case now. Look how tense this is. Slack's opening shots from the QBZ allows a bit of movement. You know that one of the eyes is gone. There's a hole now in the reconnaissance of Seattle Surge. Beautiful shots from Skies. Patient, devastating. He saw Octane cross as well. Prestinni, though, makes it even on the bomb site. 2-2. The clock's ticking. Prestinni wins another massive one. Skies now making the play. Prestinni can't quite the kill. It's a 1v1. Octane versus Skies. There's not a lot of time. 15 seconds. If he goes for the charge, he may just manage to get the kill. The bomb's going to go down. Octane, you've had another round like this before. Here comes the push. Right place, right time. Surge, get it done. 5-2. Where was this Seattle last stage?
I mean, doing 5-2, and that's 5 in a row. I don't know where they were, but they are certainly here now. Prestinni putting in work. Had the best map of the year for him on Apocalypse for map number 1. Making some solid plays in Search and Destroy as well here in map number 2. And, of course, well, Octane looming in the background. 9 kills to his name. A couple clutches as well. Always big to win those one-on-one engagements. And, honestly, just nice stuff. Again, 5 in a row. Not too shabby. It's sort of the same thing on Apocalypse. Once they got going, they were a train that could not be stopped.
Oh, not a chance. Map point now for Seattle Surge. And Prestinni looking to get things started in a nice way. What a nade that would have been. Perfect aim there from Skies, but still the trophy will keep him safe. Neptune We gassed you up big time at the start of this one. What do you got? Loony now in from behind. Tags. Oh my god, great teamwork. Just unfortunate there, and it's going to be Gunless in a 1v3. But let's be honest, Seattle Surge can throw a round or two away with these ambitious plays, and Gunless though, 1v3 for the win? It would be nice. Say no more, fam. Here from back blue, he does have a interesting sort of... he's got an angle on the bomb. He still has to go recover it from the back stairs. Neptune's going to spread.
You see what Neptune's doing too. You got Slack watching the cuts, but Neptune is just repositioned so far away. Gunless, no way he's going to expect this, and if he ever crosses, or if he just waits too long, going to get shot in the back. And Slack right now, just baiting, feeding the information, and you see Neptune swarming in for the hunt. Job well done for Florida to secure the round, and great communication as well. We gave Neptune a lot of love for the first 2 rounds, and well, we'll give him a little bit more. Solid stuff coming through, and actually, good lord, absorbing bullets. Octane put about 8 or 9 into him, but through the wood side of the stairs, Neptune will take what he can get right now. Florida still alive, but still a long way to go.
I will say I'm really enjoying the meta so far. Like it feels very different. With XM4, you just got ripped across maps so easily. Now we're getting a lot more interesting close-range fights and much more interesting plays in terms of how these teams maneuver around the map. And okay, we're going for the win here for Seattle Surge. It's so aggressive. Full plane control. The players way towards the after the aircraft and the front. They've got the whole thing covered. You've got Octane watching the backside of A. I mean, you're just waiting for the play now from Prestinni. Nades are going out. There's a 2-man stack towards the back. Loony's going to make sure he and Prestinni find these kills together. Loony, he doesn't have to do it together. He's going to get it done himself. Prestinni snaps as well. It's a magnificent turn of events right now from Seattle Surge. It's a 4v2. Awakening and Neptune against the full might of Seattle. What can Big Wake bring to the table? A man who we have screamed his name and his exploits here on this map for so long, and here in stage 2 so far, he's fallen flat. Neptune in a precarious position to say the least, and he will pay dearly for it. Awakening, last player left alive. Gonna find one. 1v4 would be exceptional, but the aggression from Surge is gonna pay off, and Chance, they are 2-0 up in this series. What a search and destroy.
I mean, this is just job well done. Again, you said it, that like in scrims, this is a team that's looking good, and well, from stage 1 to stage 2, much better performance here in the search and destroy than before. Last time it took Loony dropping, what, 13, 14 kills just for the round 11 win. This time, clean and easy, man. 6-3, fairly comfortable, great rounds as well. Seattle put the time in, put in some work. Still though, gotta win one more map, but damn if they don't look good right now.
And that one more map, man, again, if anything, if you want to see the Seattle Surge turn around, that one more map wins a control. They have yet to do it this year. An amazing turn of events for Seattle Surge. Quick look at our stats. And we gave a lot of love to Neptune in those opening rounds, or at least I did anyway, because he was playing out of his mind. But they certainly didn't quite have the staying power to remain through. Seattle Surge, big brain plays all round, wonderful shot calls, and all in all, fantastic skill. Octane with that big 2k damage. Powerful, powerful stuff. Well, Chance, I'm sweating, mostly because of the purple fuzzy hoodie, but because this series, is getting pretty spicy, bro. I am very, very excited to see a checkmate control coming up just after this one. And mate, any sort of feels so far? We've got Seattle in the driver's seat for the first time in a long time.
Well, I don't know how much actually goes to the weapon meta being changed. Maybe Seattle can shed some light afterwards for us, but it really just has been a very stark turnaround just from a few weeks ago, where it was originally Awakening Skies dominating the series. This time it was Prestinni and Octane map 1 and a lot of Octane map 2. So maybe he's finally showing up, waking up a little bit. And when Octane is on point, I mean, we've been singing his praises for a very long time. One of the best ARs in the world. Maybe this is an inkling of him trying to return to form.
Well, there we go. A big old return to form would be sweet there. I thought I lost you for a moment there, brother, but we're all good. We're going to take a look at our US Army tactical play. We're going to give this one to Octane for another magnificent round he had throughout that search and destroy. Decisive plays all around. It was huge, Chance. It was a wonderful return to form, and just nice to see Seattle Surge just finding success here in the league was a treat to watch.
Finding success and making the big plays. Like once Skies gets that opening kill for the man advantage, I'm thinking that might just be the kill of the round. And especially because Octane gets spotted, but then Prestinni goes huge, finds a pick. Here's the guy coming up for the trades on Awakening. And then of course, well, Prestinni might get traded out, but even though Skies should have known that Octane was around on the flank, still with the amount of time on the clock, Octane, easy plays for him to finish this round off. And that 5-2 lead, that swing round after 4-2, massive for Seattle. Happy to get this 2-0 lead.
Massive for Seattle. The 2-0 lead over their old rivals is an amazing thing to see so far, but the dreaded control round comes up next. Can Seattle find that first big control victory and their first 3-0? Find out after this quick commercial break.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuf, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance. We offer insurance that's made for the military community to help them easily protect what they've worked hard for.
It's time, baby, it's time.
I need the boys to get turned, baby.
Need everybody to talk real loud.
Let's use our teamwork. Let's use our comms. Let's smoke these kids.
Love our comms right now too.
Yeah, just keep that.
Our comms are super good. Everyone good? Everyone good to go?
Yeah. I can't stand that laugh, bro. Oh my god.
Like, can I put something else on, like Assassin?
Have you played this game before?
Fan, brother. No, I haven't played this game in a while.
It's your first time, yeah. Time to have some fun, bro. This is gonna be a fun day, bro. I promise.
Yo, let's have some fun.
Yep.
Some fun. Let them panic, bro.
Oh, they will be.
They're gonna be springing into our hot ass gunnies.
Oh, they will be.
Yo, have y'all ever heard of Mischief Night?
I've heard of what it is, but we don't like,
bro, right? Yeah.
I would ding on ditch, bro. That was what I'd do.
I did that too.
Yo, I'll never forget.
I TP'd the house and then ding dong.
Yo, I ding dong Dish's house in my neighborhood, right? They had their deck or their porch, like front door, freshly painted, bro. So my footprint was on the thing, and the cops showed up at my like house the next day.
Sure. They caught you because of the footprint?
Imagine that's in the comps check.
Yeah. Don't give them anything like that, bro. They're gonna put it in there.
Yeah, we're good.
You gotta stay relentless.
I know, brother.
I'll be sworn, bro.
Bro. You don't gotta tell me you got me. I know you got me.
How's that?
You sound good, but I just need to talk loud.
Whoa!
That should be peaking.
How'd you get in this? How'd you get in my lobby?
We're a bunch of sick.
We are a bunch of sick. Look, I don't give a.
Oh, give me a sec. I'll be back.
Yes, fire alarm's going off. We're just gonna have to assume that there's no fire.
Gonna have to assume he's not dying.
Pizza's ready.
Yep, it's probably his pizza.
If we win, I mean chiz. If we don't,
Probably sitting there at Cheeto dust already, boy.
if we don't, I'm not touching it for until the night. Then I mean.
I'm gonna need a hand cam out of you.
And that was our comms check powered by Astro. All that content and much, much more available on our YouTube channel. But now it's time to take a look at the quick scope. Brought to you by Scuff and Chance. This has been a fantastic turn of events. But as I say every time, man, 0-6, that massive blemish on Surge's record. Can they change it now?
Well, I mean, that's the big question, right? And I will say 0-6, that's one of the, excuse me, one of those records that like doesn't quite do it justice. It's not like they're getting blown out in every single control that they have, but obviously it's been a very big struggle point for them. But it's been what, a week and a half, 2 weeks for everyone to go back to the drawing board, figure out exactly what flaws you have on the map. And well, at least for Seattle, they said, hey, we're 0-6, but that's on the other 2 maps. Let's just try out Checkmate for the first time in a tournament/group play setting. 0-0, they are on this map. You get to see exactly what they bring to the table. And again, ARs for these guys so far have been on point. Prestinni as well. Seattle is going to be a tough team to slow down.
Yeah, so far the meta change has certainly helped Seattle Surge. I'll say it again a little clearer and slower for those of you not listening. Meta change has helped Seattle Surge. We'd love to see it. Roll now coming up next, Johnson. Staying on Checkmate, and after this one we go to a Checkmate hardpoint as well. And if we get to that dreaded Game 5, we're going to Express. I will say it will be interesting to see another team actually play this one. Of course, we saw the aggression of Atlanta FaZe. I was having a laugh with Arcitys during our little break there about how we're all going to try and steal those opening breaks when it comes to league play, and or you bet we will. But here we go, make control. Seattle Surge, incredible way to get this one done. I mean, man, honestly, like a win here would be historic. Historic for Seattle.
I mean, yeah, I suppose it really would be historic, wasn't it? Again, it's not the farming the Guerrillas last year where that was 4 of their 5 series wins, but they've been stronger this year as a 1-to-1 comparison, but still, this team is a much higher ceiling than what we've seen so far. And well, Loony with the aggression, actually, he's already flooded through. He's looking to be that cutoff man, try to slow these people down in their spawns, and so far, so good. Just being annoying, pick a new corner, stay alive, buy your teammates some time.
Run, heal, you name it. He's doing it right now. Good intel as well. 2 players on the top plane. That's going to be relayed immediately. Oh, just about. Skies, nice shots from Awakening there. And Gunless immediately picks up exactly where Loony dropped. So we are seeing the pressure. Life count, even Stevens right now. Octane can't win it against all the players there of Florida. Awakening gets traded out again. It's the submachine gun so far of Seattle Surge doing all the work, picking up that time. And on to the point we finally go is going to be Skies, and here we go. Little bit of a slower start from Florida, but Awakening and Slack, they really get involved. Loony now on the outside, not touching his toe into the square. That doesn't let them know that he's coming. Good hold, defensive hold. Here comes the push. Florida made a bit of progress here at the A point. Awakening in mid. Prestinni's going to cut him down. There's a couple more players, 2 more, 1 more now to be precise on that A point. Florida once again chance to go back down. 25 left.
I mean, this has been a super back and forth game. It seems like it's almost like a 4 down on 4 down from either direction. Right now, you got Seattle doing a nice job on defense. They got the setup. Awakening gets that first strike, and Skies wins the next one. Back on Florida's turn to attack, and well, putting in work inside the point. 1 tick has gone through. Frankly, it looks like they might be able to get this with the spawn out from Seattle. Loony, he's thinking about top plane rather than actually trying to flood and defend that point.
Yep, here we go. Bit of presence, a nice big win from Slack that should allow him to get the tick. Nice. Oh, it's Awakening from behind. Great bit of work. So B's gone. Sorry, A's gone. First tick at B now finished, and Slack's going to do this basically alone right now. Amazing plays here from Florida. It's the aggression coming out of Neptune that's trying to buy the team time. Octane now making his way forward. Prestinni on the other side of the wing. Awakening's got his number. Octane finally gets on point. Awakening finds the kills. Here we go. 1 more tick remaining. And Chance, there's enough bodies on point. Florida have found the window, and it's an all-4-man. It's a dog pile on the zone. And that will be the first round to Florida. A big offensive win.
I mean, a massive offensive win, not even just big. That was ridiculous. I mean, they just captured both points in the span of what? Maybe 25, 30 seconds. And they were stuck in their spawn for quite some time. It took them, there was 18 seconds, I think, left on the clock when they ended up capturing A. They just converted that incredibly quickly. And shout out to some of the SMGs as well for Florida putting in work. It was Neptune originally, and then Slack towards the end, either keeping that plane control or keeping pressure over towards B. And they just made that happen oh so fast, and well, I try to give credit to the SMGs. Meanwhile, Awakening finally woke up. 10 kills in just the first round.
Well, let's go for it. Right now, a Florida Mutineers, Astro Gaming listening. Hear the boys on the approach. Let's send it over. Go on, listen in.
You
push your side. He's going back left. Far back left, left one. Left one. Preston.
All right, are you?
He just bumped here.
Hey, search, Gunless a little weak. You're flanking him.
Yo, here.
Close
One.
Nice. One point. Nice. One shot. Nice. 3.
We're missing one. We're missing Octane. Octane's slow.
All right, he's lost one.
Watching yellow crate. I have a trade
Back this one.
All right, Sean's out.
I'm nuking it. I'm better nuking it.
Keep Octane weak.
I'll go left with you. I'm going
I'm
left.
gonna one shot bottom.
Yo, one's their truck. Have you help here? He go mid. Oh shit, on their side.
Trying to jump over.
Okay, okay. One shot, Dan. One shot. Absolute Dan A. Absolute A. Dante, last guy. He might be
Help me our side.
Come on.
Ace hurt, and then one's two.
Ace,
Flash him.
Ace holding their side.
Two, one shot.
Come on, their side.
Well, Chance, it was chaos, but it's sort of working out, I think, for Florida right now.
And I will say, just one of the difficulties of being a pro player, the number of things they have to keep up with as Florida just gets the nice slay out on defense, is just for the fact that you not only have to keep track of how many players you're killing, but who's missing, even the play style of who's left. They called out, we're looking for Octane, he's missing. Someone chimes up, hey, he's slow, he's not going to be behind us, no big deal. Efficient work. These players having a lot of things they got to keep up with, but now on the attack, not a lot of pressure on A. Only one ticket's come through, and Loony trying to be the man to get there for the second awakening, though, hunting him down and keeping him at bay. Loony just waiting for his teammates.
Awakening is so huge, man. He's gone for it. He's pushed them all the way back. Loony's now been forced into a situation he can't win. Loony doesn't have any teammates to back him up. There's 3 seconds to get on the point. Oh my God, it's there, but it's not going to be enough. Florida, another great round. That was a fantastic final play there from Awakening. Played the clock absolutely perfectly, played Loony perfectly in that situation. Huge round, 2-0. We could well be seeing another loss here for Seattle in control. Not a terrible thing in the series overall, Chance, but man, that was a blistering round.
And nice little best play as well. I think that is literally just Skies taking down both the ARs on repeat right there from the side of Seattle. Talk about needing a bounce back in the series. If Florida's thinking about the reverse sweep, it would be nice just to get the ball rolling as quickly as possible. Certainly, if you're thinking about even a round 5, if that is on your mind in the slightest, Florida with a massive advantage in terms of kills. Only due to Awakening with that +7, but everyone right now putting in work.
Røkkr. Loony trying to get it done here on point. Slow defense on A. I mean, look at the wave there from Florida Mutineers. Creeping forward slowly but surely. Everyone's a little tagged up, but that doesn't seem to make too much of a difference as we are going to now take top lane control. Eyes over towards B. This is interesting. They're going to try to find those kills. Neptune's going to get the first. Open up the A point. There it is. Big shots from Big Wake. Octane, Loony now on spawn. Awakening looking to push them back. Finally now, Florida's on the point. They managed to win one offensive round. Can they win another? Awakening cutting the reinforcements up slowly. 2 more players die there towards A. And honestly, this is a fantastic start from Florida. All you have to do is hold Seattle in your spawn, and you've got these zones.
They got, what, 2 bodies on A right now. Frankly, they could even get bodies on B because everyone right now for Seattle just trying to stack this point. And, well, the stack might be successful. Loony's able to pick up 2. His teammates there for the trade. Slack the last one alive. Frankly, has his work cut out for him. Behind enemy lines and maybe wants to draw some attention his way. Both the ARs looking for him. Both the ARs there for the kill. 42 seconds left on the clock and only a 3 life advantage right now. Florida.
That's huge. I mean, what a start. 2 ticks at A almost gone. All but gone, rather. And here comes the push onto the final tick. Can they get it done? Skies up front. Wide open, though. Gets taken down. Gunless finds a nice 2-piece there. Slack from top of the plane. Trying to hold him back. Only just able to land it. A capture now complete. Over to B we go. Players there of Seattle now on the defensive hold. They have made their way over, but it's going to be a slow push from Neptune. 1v1 against Loony. Gunless gets involved as well. The teamwork is immaculate. Dear. It's all 4 dead. This could be it. You got your bodies on point. Lightning may strike twice here in the offensive rounds for the Florida Mutineers, and already Chance is getting a little bit dicey. Still, though, Octane, Loony find their kills. Octane's in trouble. Haven't quite got that first tick at B. Still got a chance to get on this.
It was a very nice job in Seattle just to sort of clear out their base and find these kills because they were put in somewhat of a dire spawn trap, but made the best of a bad situation. How the tables have turned, and now Loony, both guns in hand. All the map control in the world that you could really want. Octane in the back of the plane as well. Florida still not over. They've pulled off 1 offensive win, but this is certainly not going to be easy.
Hold. A bit of a breather now. Here comes the coordinated push. Octane, he didn't see the ankles. Oh no, over the top. It goes Awakening, and with that now, Neptune, Slack, Skies, they're all on the point. Here comes the push. First tick done. There's only 8 lives remaining now for Seattle Surge. One push together is going to get it done, but Gunless, he finds the first. Nice nade from Octane. Takes care of Slack, and Gunless picks up the next one. So, we do have a little bit of a defensive hold with 45 seconds left on the clock here for Seattle. Skies with a jump shot. Gunless just trying to keep him back. Beautiful shots there in the Slack at the back end. Awakening though, brings the gunfight forward. Here he goes, up over the top, finds another no lives left for Seattle, and it's your boy, Big Wake, once again, getting the job done. 3 kills to his name, 24 overall. Here comes the remainder of the Mutineers' chance. They're going to close this one out, and oh boy, unless someone can get on the point quickly, the kills are there. Oh, they've just stopped it. 30 seconds remaining, it's not over yet. They could hold this chance. Seattle can get it done.
Keep in mind though, 7v3, only 3 lives remaining for Seattle. They're going to need to be perfect. Octane with the wide swing, and well, the other 2 people on point. Octane though finds one pick, trying to cut it down, but floored it. You see the approach, everyone's coming from Tetris.
Loony's holding this play down. There's like more players going his way. Loony gets 2, that's huge. No lives left. Slack takes care of Octane. That is huge. Prestinni once again, back on it he goes. 7 seconds now on the clock. He's got to do this. It's a 1 versus 3 situation. They're going to line up. If he goes in, he's got to go big, and it's nearly impossible. And oh boy, Florida, they finally get it done. 3-0. Surge still unable to find the wins in control, but every round looks a little bit tidier, a little bit tastier. Florida, though, they keep themselves alive in this series, and it was definitely the map to get it done, but boy, oh boy, what a fun one that was.
And I will say for Florida, I think maybe outside of the New York Subliners, there's not really a single team that has a ton of success on offense on that map, but they were perfect right there, and maybe it's a little bit of their strengths, and maybe for Seattle, an example of why they don't play that map too often, but certainly made it dicier towards the end. But I'll say, even just watching Awakening play, he is a machine. Like, I want to watch his POV for map 1 just to figure out what was going wrong, because he just looks like a killer on the map anytime we have eyes on him. And well, the stats certainly show that off. 4,700 damage. Next highest in the lobby was 1,300 behind him. Machine is the one true word for that situation. That is a ridiculous stat line.
Unbelievable stat lines from Awakening time and time again. I think Charles, maybe with the DLC maps, he hasn't quite finished the download into his central core. He hasn't downloaded the optimal routes, killing positions, and all that. We'll let the download finish. Maybe his connection to the 5G network isn't all that. But let's go for a quick break. We get these weird jokes out the way. We've got ourselves another hard point here on Checkmate. When we return, can Seattle close out this series and pick up a big win? Or will the Mutineers start what may well be a big old comeback? Find out after this break.
You can, you could try, you can't stop it. OC dub, way up like a rocket. Acting up, acting out, way out of pocket. For the grind, for the hustle, I keep knock it. Do what it take, do what you do, you could try. Yeah. I've been up, I've been stuck up in the sky. Yeah. Know me at the top, I can't lie. Haters watch it, throw the piece, tell them bye, 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 bye. I got things to do, I got bands to get. Competition up in smoke, ooh, cannabis. Ask me why I'm a top 10 candidate. I'm so fly, I'm so clean, ooh, and I'm rich. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got penny bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Tell them move. Get up out the way. It's ludicrous, yeah, how much I'm getting paid.
Welcome back, my dudes and dudettes. It's time to get some more Call of Duty in ya, but until we get to the game, let's talk a little bit about Big Wake, Awakening, one of the absolute rising stars of the Call of Duty League, one of the most devastating and fearsome players we've got at the moment, Chance. Got some Big Wake love for me, mate?
I mean, I got all the Big Wake love for him, man. His search and destroy, by the way. I mean, aBeZy is a player we talk about a lot, even Simp. Pretty much all of FaZe is right there with him, but he has been ridiculous. First blood production, even though he's an AR, has been there. One of the best KDs we have in the league, frankly, just number 2, not too shabby. He's been a machine. Again, even in the respawn, he's been on a mission. I will say this is a team that has not quite translated that into a ton of success so far. And frankly, in this series, it might be a bit of the same. Still, even with that level of production, they find themselves down. They struggled a little bit on map 1. That is where Prestinni and Octane really shined. Of course, we stay here on checkmate for map number 4, but if we see another Express, it was a round 11 earlier on. I have no idea what either of these teams can bring to the table on that map, but certainly for Seattle, they would much rather just close it out here on checkmate.
Yeah, if you're a Seattle fan, you're like, all right, boys, we played fantastically in the Apocalypse hardpoint. What can we do now on checkmate? 100+ point difference in the victory there, and now we go back into a good old-fashioned, what we call a disc map or a launch map. Like, it came with the game, man. You didn't have to download it. This is where we've seen some wonderful work from Florida in the past, but again, new meta has changed the state of play in a big way, and I wouldn't be hesitant to say that Seattle are looking like a new team. Shout out again to Joey Nubsy, all the coaching staff, and everyone over there at Seattle Surge, clearly putting in the hard graft. Squad's looking good, but still got one more hurdle to get through, and that's going to be the Mutineers here. Here, Chance, we go, my brother. Straight into map number 4.
I think that's the hardest I've ever been baited by the YYs. I was seeing the players swapping the most. I was like, oh, it's got to be Awakening. Turns out it was Slacked. The more you know, I guess Awakening just saves it for in the game, but either way, aggression inside the plane. Neptune going to be dancing around and, well, going to be eating a ton of nades so far. Octane, though, the clearance is there, the AR is on point, and it is going to be Seattle with that early advantage.
Yeah, he does win a nice big one back there. We're going to stay on with Awakening for a brief moment while the rest of his teammates try to line up for the push here. Again, eyes on the next hard point, top right-hand side of the minimap. That's what Awakening's really playing for right now, but Gunless is behind you. Guys, the Slack now begin their assault from the front line. Spawn's good for Seattle Surge still. Loony spawning on that right-hand side. Keep an eye on the minimap. You want to see the control now battle for that plane, but also all the P2 hardpoint just on its way. Skies with a nice shot. Gunless doesn't quite find anything, but it's not a problem right now. Mutineers grabbing that time. Putting themselves in this one. And not a bad hardpoint for either team right off the rip.
Well, this could potentially be mismanaged for Seattle. Loony doing a nice job to clear out these players, and maybe Sky's kind of that final one, and he's able to pick up 2, trying to block these spawns. Not quite in time to get it. Everyone gets in the corner, but still inside the actual point. Neptune soaring on through. He's going to be front orange. These nades are keeping these players at bay. Rotation, though, it might not matter for the spawns. You got Florida doing this from the front.
Massive play here is to just dig your heels in from Seattle, and they're just going to hold it. Awakening's managed to make his way back there. They're desperately trying to clear these players out. Awakening's job now is just to get as many Seattle Surge members dead at the same time, and then you can maybe see that spawn flip. But right now, it is a tense standoff. Loony still in the backside. Here come a couple of kills, and there you finally have it. You've got Seattle Surge out on the far left-hand side of the map. There's the full clearance. That's the spawn flip, and this should be a good 20-odd seconds now for the Florida Mutineers.
I mean, hey, it might not be a lot, but you start on the bad side, you get bullied out off the rip on P1 as well, and you turn that into a small, but still 20-point lead in the first 2 hills. That is some pretty solid work coming out from Florida just to sort of make sure you mitigate that opening break. Now, of course, though, as we go to this lower hill, well, this is where chaos ensues, and, well, Florida and Neptune will be the first ones inside the point.
Well, some people think chaos is a ladder. Neptune, I don't know what he thinks, but he doesn't care. He's trying to just make this as safe and as easy as possible. His teammates are going to line up and now push through the one lane. He's trying to just eliminate some of those angles right now. And here we go. We may see them. Okay, top plane. Awkward. That's how ladders work. I think he got a little too close to Awakening's backside there, and he was just trying to give him a bit of clearance to get up the top of the ladder, but it doesn't matter. Loony's going to find 2 on point. Gunless now just trying to hold these players back. It's a great angle to be at, but he can't win the 1v2 situation. Mutineers, once again, find the kills. Back onto the point. We're going to see them. And this is a decent hold on what is a very hard point to pick up time on.
Funnily enough, by the way, the weird botched movement climbing the ladder for Neptune, well, that ends up costing him his streaks. Loony picks up a massive kill there, but either way, still very tight game so far. Right now, just a 20 or 30 point difference between these two teams. Early streak control, gonna go the way of Florida. Neptune, every single time it seems like a new hill spawns, he's always picking up at least a 2-piece just to put his team in a good spot.
Yeah, not enough to quite get all of it though, but still, wonderful work. Florida with the opening seconds. Guys, nice shots. Snap immediately on a Prestinni. Tags are there. Neptune covers him from behind. Slack's now going to pick up the point. Wonderful hold there from Mutineers. They managed to take care of that push handedly. Loony now trying to get the next push started. Can't quite get that going. So now you're going to have another big bout of time going the way of Florida. Surge on the back foot for now. Prestinni from up high. Nice shots. Almost a wonderful 2-piece there. Awakening's going to finally catch the clay pigeon before it hits the deck. And with that, Loony straight back on the point he goes. Time and time again, he's going to see these players fly forward. With that contest, we're going to see no one get any points. We will see the game clock start to run there. So finally, the clearance comes through. Seattle with a couple of moments chance to just get their thoughts and get back in the game.
Seattle with a couple moments, and this is a big one right now for Gunless. Just needs to stay alive and try to keep these guys out of the point. You see he's got at least one teammate, Loony, on that left wing just for the help, but Gunless just gets red. Don't know who was the player that figured it out, but Neptune the player that gets the kill. Reinforcements though, Loony on point, he's able to pick up 2. In doing this from the more difficult side, and he's challenging out 3 for him back in the spot. This is phenomenal work on this hill so far from Seattle.
Hey, Loony's still going, man. That's 4 in a row. These are big wins. I don't remember the last time his health regen. The man was on a mission there, and it's given a massive amount of control to Seattle. But here comes the guys of Mutineers off spawn. Lovely bit of work from them already. Prestinni's still on that point. He's going to lose the gunfight eventually, but man, what a war that was just waged there on the 5th point by Seattle. We're going to see the next 20 seconds go the way of Florida. Mutineers now trying to hold on to this one. Neptune finds a nice 2. Stops Seattle in its tracks. Gunless from up high now going to have to think about this one before he makes the push. Neptune should be able to clean these players out. And my God, right place, right time. Neptune, he is disgusting. 18 and 11, a 4 spree right now. He missed out on streaks before chance, but he's trying again.
I mean, streaks or not, he's just the walking 2-piece at the moment. Every single time he gets 1 kill, he can translate it, but if Loony shuts him down too quick, won't be able to find the second. And more important, Loony, he's getting these kills early on, and honestly, good enough job done already. Getting his teammate, they're spawning back blue, they have secured it. Now, even though the contest time is coming through, Seattle set up long-term. Florida, of course, knowing this, well, they're trying to pressure out the plane.
Yeah, there's a kill box in the plane there. It's very hard to get onto that point. You need solid trades to really make it work. And Prestinni, I mean, this is a very awkward 1v1, but Neptune, ooh, he just doesn't commit too long to the fight. And a lot of damage dealt there from Prestinni, so good work from him just to hold these players at bay. Lovely shots from Gunless. The contest is going to be, the next 20 seconds are going to be a tough one to grab. Gunless trying to bait it out, but Slacked. His help from Neptune there is going to hold the point. And that's a nice bit of back and forth. Lovely bait and switch there from the Florida Mutineers. Prestinni, though, still top lane. You've got the hard point for the right-hand side covered. Here goes Awakening in from behind chance. Prestinni's got to win this. 9 bullets. Gets it done. Spawns should be safe, but here comes the push from Florida.
You got Skies as well. He's just playing nice and patient. He thinks Prestinni's going to run back in his line of sight, and Prestinni, well, eventually does. But he's got the teammates there for the reinforcements. Gunless just keeping these players at bay. And actually, inside the point, Octane's just going to lead the hill time. That's going to open up the front. Now he is the last man alive, trying to go big in the back, but his teammates spawning. Now in Florida again on P2. They just walk through and get the break. They'll be happy for it. More than a 60-point lead.
Yeah, Seattle with a very heavy emphasis on those back spawns. They basically give that one up from the front, but there you go. Florida now starting to walk away with this. 20 seconds remaining on this point. They should be able to get a little bit more of it. Prestinni, though, trying to slow him down. Great play. Does get the kill. Will be dropped immediately, but at the same time, just to slow them down from that situation. Sky's back on the point again, just racking up that time. Free time at this point, it feels like, as we are closing in on a 100-point difference. And this is exactly what Florida need to push that game 5. Seattle are not quite out of this yet, chance. We're going to see the hard point now. Wide open. Kills coming either side. As the Mutineers, man, they have turned up here on Checkmate.
And you're showing off some good teamwork as well. Neptune really well with his teammates. Of course, down low, well, Loony on the flip side, able to pick up 2 big kills himself. Now you're just trying to keep this sort of front P2 push out because that is a great line of sight for under the plane. This guy is not wasting, but using a lot of time just to try to get inside the hills. Slack, the last one alive. Gunless there for the trades, and this is some good time right now. Seattle's getting on P3 underneath the plane.
Yeah, great time, and again, they're lined up for the next one as well. You've got that A Street coverage from TJHaLy. Prestinni trying to watch these players at the off angle. Oh, Neptune, you're in trouble, but Prestinni's here to get the kill. He's got a secondary and a lot of players around him, but damage has already been dealt. Great time from Seattle Surge. They're going to get a few kills down. Gunless is going to be the last one there on point. The spawns are still good. You see how close they are to the next hard point? All they have to do is hold on. All they've got to do is survive. She's going to bring the fight from one of the lanes. Loony wins one of the gunfights in the middle of the map. 3 angles to really watch right now, and Seattle are doing a wonderful job. It's 5 in a row right now for Gunless. 19-19. The kills and deaths department. A couple more and he could net himself streaks.
He could be a little bit choosy here on who he actually wants to kill, but he doesn't need to be choosy if he can just slow these players down, keeping Neptune at bay and taking him down. His teammates winning the gunfights as well. Streaks might not even make a difference later on in this map, but this might be a full 60 here on street. Even with the split spawns, you see Seattle nice and aware, pushed out both sides, and Prestinni from down low, keeping everybody outside of the hill. Seattle working on this comeback.
Oh, here we go from Gunless. He's getting aggressive, he's getting dicey, and he said he doesn't have to be picky, but he's finding the picks. That's another one in the row. That's going to be full streaks right now. Skies, you only needed to land one, brother, but Gunless gets it done. That's a lovely 9 spree right now. 10's just around the corner. Incredible reactions right there from Big P, and this is going to be streaks. Just to call in the ping, give a bit of information. Again, lined up for this next hard point. They've got trophies at hand. Seattle have brought this one back, Chance. We are far from done. Here comes the opening push. Florida trying to get a break onto this hard point, but Gunless continuing to prove to be an absolute menace. The crews will come through, and it may just be enough to catch a couple of players on the transition. There's Skies. One goes out, lands one in the middle, but again, hard point going the way of Surge.
This is all this for a drop of blood, too. This is a lot of work they're putting through to get this time, but now they've been able to stabilize around back. Neptune trying to make things dicey, and the nade at least takes the player out of the hill for the moment. Fortunately for Neptune, he gets cut down. Seattle should get right back inside the point. With that wipe, they are there. Final 20 seconds likely to go their way. They are going to take the lead. They were down by, what, about 100 points, maybe a little bit more. It might come all the way down to a P1 finish. For that early control, Gunless inside. He's going to get chopped down. Florida's there first.
Yeah, Prestinni's going to bring the Diamondcon to the front line. Sky's going to get the trade. Octane is now here to pick up the last one. A lot of help needed immediately inside the plane. The contest is there. The nades are coming through. Finally, we get a trophy on point. Octane wins a big one. Awakening and Neptune now trying to get involved. They eliminate some of the reinforcements. But again, the contest is going to be crucial right now for Florida. Burn as much of this time as possible. Don't let them get it. Octane wins a big one on point, baby. We're still getting the contest. Sky's now bringing his guns forward. And Octane, he is Mr. Do-It-All right now. Can he hold on? This contest is crucial. No one with a semblance of control right now, but Octane is keeping this one together on a razor's edge. Still with a contest. Slacked, Neptune lining up for the fight. 3, 2, 1. They'll make the push, but again, no one wants to give anything up. No one willing to let this one slide. And Octane, he's still going, dude. He might be able to find a few more kills here, but into the guns of his teammates they go, Chance. And we're going over to B2, dude. That was one of the most unbelievably long contests I've ever seen.
Now, this second hill has been the problem, though, for Seattle. They have been 2 for 2 with getting the rotation, but 0 for 2 with actually holding the time. Right now, they have much better clearance, but you see the idea from Florida. They constantly put pressure on the bottom side of the map and eventually block those spawns. They're trying to do the same thing once again, and it's Neptune working his way around back, and you see Awakening right there with them, but they get chopped down.
Oh, we were 10 points for the win. Slack's going to win another one on the front line, and again, it just keeps happening time and time again. This hard point seems to be the bane of Seattle. The good news is, though, for Florida fans, you can get a lot of time here, but you can't win it. You have to make that rotation again. So that's what Slack's going for now. Looking to just make sure that these players are getting pushed out. You grab as much time as possible. Here comes the kills. Loony's now in from behind. Neptune's up next. Loony with a big brain plays. Lands another one. Awakening on the point. You only need a few more seconds to get the win now for Seattle. Awakening goes down. Loony lands it. It's 5 seconds for the win. And this is for Seattle Surge to take the series. The contest. Neptune gets it done. But Gunless is there to save the day, and ladies and gentlemen, Seattle Surge get it done in 4. It's about time we saw it start raining the right way for Seattle, and it is smiles across the faces of those players. And Florida, for them, a bit of a head scratch, like, guys, what happened there? Like, we were playing so well, and Gunless is fired up. We love to see that. Stage 2 off to a great start for Seattle.
I was gonna say, stage 2 is here, and so is Seattle. Clean work from them, and I gotta say, man, just even thinking back to that Apocalypse map 1, that is something that every single team is gonna have to be making these adjustments very quickly just to figure out who the best Apocalypse teams are gonna be. Seattle certainly make an argument with the dominant performance they had, but most importantly for these guys, struggling in the respawns. Overall, the worst respawn record in the game throughout stage 1. When both the hard points here get the job done, and Florida left just scratching their chins. Not too sure what just happened to them.
A tough one for sure, but all things considered, not a terrible position to be in for the Florida Mutineers. Again, it was a close fought battle, but a little bit of work needs to be done on Apocalypse before that becomes sort of a map that they continually veto out. But yeah, that was a tough one, man. Aside from the control, which was nearly perfect at 3-0, winning those massive games, massive offensive rounds, 2 of them, a wonderful, wonderful turn of events for Seattle Surge. Finally, some big points on the board and a nice win. Let's have a quick look at those stats there from the end of this series. And all in all, man, Neptune going huge, but it was a fantastic team effort all for the players of Seattle Surge. Aside from those second point hard hills that they just couldn't seem to hold, everything else looked pretty decent, man. I mean, great individual runs. Saw Loony picking up incredibly clutch kills towards the end there. Beautiful stuff, Seattle Surge fans. I hope you're loving the show.
And even more importantly for the takeaways, right? You talked about the P2s being a struggle. That's very much a thing. You know, they made a 100-point comeback. You go back to the drawing boards, fix that, whatever just went wrong. This might turn into a pretty strong map for the team. They were 0-3 coming into stage 2 on Checkmate Hardpoint. Great win right there for those guys to get. Even the strats they started pulling out on the Checkmate S&D, even if it's just like that one round where you actually go for that A site, bullied out with Loony getting that first pick. Just little details like that you're making these adjustments in the past week and a half can go a very long way. Of course, there's a lot of Call of Duty left to be played, but for Seattle, that is the start that they needed. That's the start that they got.
And that's indeed what they got. We're going to have a look at our Scuff play of the game in just a moment. It was the final seconds of that exciting hard point where it could have all gone wrong. But Loony, huge turn of events. Again, the new meta looking fantastic here for Seattle Surge. Those submachine gun players really coming into their own. Beautiful stuff all around. Chance, it was a nail biter to close this one out.
I mean, and Florida really just does a spectacular job here on this P2 repeatedly. Just all that pressure on the bottom side of the map. Eventually, the Seattle players are going to start to spawn out, and you just sort of have that trap. Like, look at where Prestinni ends up on the map in that situation, 1.5 miles away. Slacked even picking up the 2 pieces, but then I think it's what? Loony eventually makes the big play towards the end and picks up the 2 big kills, but Florida did a hell of a job to make this interesting, but eventually you just get the clearance, and actually here's the play from Loony, just sneaks his way around back, and I think my favorite part about the kills that he gets is just the patience. You get the first, make the reads. You don't have to fly. You know time is on your side. Play it patient, get the kills for free, and then you make your move on the point.
Yeah, great work from Loony again, the true veteran of the scene. And you've shown it there with the resolve and the ice to close that one out. Again, good stuff all round. Love to see it for Seattle and a fantastic turnaround for them. And again, just going back to those keys, man, it was like, play like you practice. The practice has been fantastic, looking very calm and in control on the map. That's what it looked like for them there. Either way, that is going to be that. We're done for games of today. When we come back after this break, I will be talking to, I believe, Prestinni of Seattle Surge. We're not going to break yet. We're not going to break yet. Sorry, my mistake. I was so excited. I want to talk to Prestinni. I don't ever get to talk to him. Seattle don't win. Now they do. I'm pumped. Sorry, we're going to look at the schedules. The schedules. That's my bad. The schedules. Seattle Surge got a long and painful road ahead of them because they're playing Dallas next.
I was going to say, that is a great start, but it definitely does get more difficult. But I will say, their gameplay looked pretty clean. Again, maybe a few small mistakes here and there, but they iron those out. Maybe we'll have a series on our hands for the next one. But then after that, a bit of an up and down. Paris, I don't even say it's easier than Dallas, sure, but not a fun one to have. These groups, I'm telling you, it is a bloodbath in both of these.
It's so hard. I'm so glad we do that now. We get to, we give the coaches and the players the opportunity to pick your opponents. Oh, I love it. Either way, for Florida as well, it is no easier. Let's face it. Røkkr up next. Then you have Chicago, OpTic, Dallas, and you're going to close out on Paris there by April 3rd. I mean, chance for Florida, like, that's not a good start whatsoever. Every single team in this group is absolutely stacked. Florida, you can almost guarantee for them, like, Surge should be a win for us. They just lost 3-1. A big loss. What's that going to look like against Røkkr and against OpTic and Empire? Like, teams that you think are being, arguably a little stronger. Have you just lost your one opportunity at points? Anyway, let's have a look at the social soundboard powered by Astro. We got some tweets. They're coming in. The tweets are coming in. They're flying in. Timeline's on fire. Wait, what is this? I thought it was a tweet about the Surge winning. It's Lando. I don't want this off the screen. Get it off the screen. Thank you very much. Off the screen. I'm upset. Lottie's talking about pick'ems. She's saying, well, you missed the two of them. Mr. X, we didn't invite him to the pick'ems because we knew he would be on top. It ain't fair. We were playing the long game right there. Right, Chance? Did we make the group?
Look, if I've learned anything from players like Clayster is a perfect example, there's quite a few that you get the tweet saved in the drafts, you see some smack talk from a guy like Landon, and you just get that preparation ready. So if there's a day, maybe he'll stay on point, but if we make that approach and take him over, we're clapping back on Twitter for sure.
Clapping back on Twitter is one of our favorite things to do, but I've got that in the bookmarks already. I will see you soon, Lando. We're coming, baby. But that's it. We're finally done with our games of today. I've finally got it right with our social soundboard and some good times. I'm talking to Prestinni right after the break to get his thoughts and feels for the first time in a long time here in the CDL, and we cannot wait to see what's going on with him. On behalf of myself and Chance, we will see you after the break.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I'm here with the one and only Prestinni. Bro, congratulations, man. It's been a while. How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm fantastic, mate. I've just come off of the cast, so I'm a little high energy. But mate, it's been a difficult season for you. Obviously, like we've talked about it to no end. Like the team's been through its ups and downs, but finally a big win on the board and a 3-1 over a team that took you out of the last major. It's got to be great, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I personally have felt like this is my best COD in a while, and I just haven't played up to my standards. And I'm glad I finally got to showcase a little bit of it, but I know that's not the end. It's not just a one series thing. I got to stay consistent and do that. And if I can do that, I feel like the team is we can do big things. As long as we stay consistent, play the way we did today, I think we can be a top team.
I've heard consistency be an issue for you guys for a long time. I mean, today it was obviously like on Apocalypse, you went huge. We saw crucial plays all around there from you, dude. It was wonderful to watch it. I mean, what's the mood like in the camp of the team right now? Like, obviously, it's not great losing series. It's not great going out first round in the majors, but you keep bouncing back. And this kind of rebound it just goes to show how good your mental game is. Like, what's that been like as a process for the team?
Yeah, I think we are like up and down. We have days where we get on, you know, motivated, playing good, calling out, doing our thing. And then there's days where it's just like we get on and it's hard to like, we're just going through the motions, you know? So I feel like a lot of our days have been wasted on practice. And I think we're finally starting to find that confidence and realize we have the potential to actually be able to like be a top team. And I think we're going to take, hopefully, we've taken it seriously, but I feel like we could get a little bit more extra push in that, in terms of just like paying attention and bot a little bit more, you know, just cleaning up the small mistakes. I feel like if we do that, we can definitely turn this boat around.
Hell yeah, man! I think there's a lot of time still left to do that one, and you're off to a really good start so far in stage 2. Obviously, you have a couple more games coming up, some tough competition. But dude, I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but there is a lot of love for you on the timeline right now. We are loving it. Obviously, your brother's a little biased, but is there anything you want to say to the fans, to the supporters, to the Surge team? The floor is all yours, Prestinni.
Yeah, of course. You know, I always appreciate all the fans and all the support. You know, even the ones that, you know, kind of criticize me and tell me I should be dropped, all that stuff. You know, it's all support and it's all love. I don't, you know, I appreciate all of it if you support the CDL in general. So friends, family, all that stuff. I appreciate everyone. So thank you guys.
You're a humble god, my friend. Well done, man. A champion through and through. Appreciate you. And congrats again on the big win. Can't wait to see what you do in the rest of the stage.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, mate. Take care. Well, that was it. Your Game Fuel victory spotlight. He's already up and out, man. The headphones are off. He's done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pretty much done here today. We have one more piece of business to take care of, and that's going to be our schedule, of course, brought to you by the US Army. This is the games for tomorrow, Friday, March 19th. First up, LA Thieves. We've got Toronto Ultra. That's going to be a banger. And again, Paris Legion taking on Minnesota Røkkr. Again, teams that no one expected to be up there and swinging with the likes of the greats, but hey, stage 2, already off to a wonderful start. Now, before I say goodbye, I do have to say happy birthday to our very own Peter Smith, one of the great people behind the camera making this whole thing possible. Show us the graphic. Do it. He has no idea this is happening. There he is. Happy birthday, Peter. We love you, brother. You're killing it today. We are a big fan of your work. He had no idea this was happening. I'm sure he's red in the face right now. Someone's getting a stern talking to. But we love you, Peter. Happy birthday once again from everyone here in the COD scene. Big fan. We love you, man. We will see you soon for an in-person exchange of feels and maybe even a drink when all this craziness ends. But ladies and gentlemen, that's been that. Toronto Home Series, day 1. It's finished. We will see you tomorrow.
Finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.
That is just some classic Call of Duty right there. Laying his heart out.
Oh, Gunless wins it!
This is a team very worth being excited for.
Remember everyone that doubted you. I'm so to you. Like it's the first day of school.
Looking dangerous. He managed to get 3 before being taken down there. Unbelievable stuff. Seattle Surge, they gun them all down. They stand triumphant